everybody, and welcome right off the jump. The emoji bukkake is all over the place. Maria, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am alive! We are here. And the thing didn't go off, so my apologies. Let's go ahead and get it done right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, thank you, Maria, so much for the sub. Let me go ahead and get you set up right. Other alerts. Oh my goodness. There you go.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And right off the jump, before I'm even able to introduce myself, everybody is filing into the building. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and being patient with me. It has been It's been a difficult past couple of days, and I will fill you all in right here on the Level 99 live stream, where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. We are so back, King Be Cruel, and congratulations on your 7-stream streak, my friend. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, my friend. Your voice is literally shaking my car. Is that bad? Is that a bad thing? Hold on one second. Let me fix this. This Shure microphone is new and different, and I'm scared. I want to make sure that everything sounds appropriate. And Deus Marionette and the boneless one, the king and queen themselves, have been checking in on me, making sure that I'm okay, alongside the lovely Lieutenant Now, who just had quite possibly one of my favorite streams this past last night, in fact. Something about that stream really resonated with me, so big ups to Lieutenant Mal, trying to stay up, hanging out with us today.
Judgment.
Not tomorrow. Today. Today.
And of course, welcome to Sussy Baka Sunday, brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine and this magical bulletproof coffee. Oh, ironic. It says edible on the bottom. This is actually a vase, by the way. It has been a minute. I missed each and every one of you so much. Coffee's already in the house as well. Please do be patient with me. Coffee not safe for work, living up to his screen name. You are alive? What happened? Did you trip and fall and got pinned down by your own penis till help showed up?
Oh shit! You win.
Bitch, maybe. That's what the rumors and scuttlebutt on the internet was. My goodness. I'm scrolling all the way up the screen to say hello to everybody. Thank you all so much for being patient with me and hanging out. It has been a very difficult past couple of days. I'm not even gonna lie. And if you will allow me the opportunity to share too much information with the group.
Profound sadness.
We do love a coffee not safe for work joke. It's like a dad joke, only a little bit more spicy. But I want to let everybody know what happened to me these past couple of days. It's more often than not that I do DDR streams, but on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I think, I did not do a Stepmania stream. I did not do a late night chill stream. And the reason why, and I do apologize if this is too much information for everybody here in class, but I feel like we're all friends, and if you follow me on the Discord, which you can join right here, you would know that for the past couple of days, I haven't been able to take a shit. And here I thought it was because I was eating this this kind of almond bomb type keto snack, but I don't know. I don't know what it was, but for this past week, I slowly began to realize that I wasn't cleaning myself out. There ain't no other way of putting it. So essentially, I was drinking bulletproof coffee, eating scoops of coconut oil, laxatives, and nothing was working until yesterday.
Oh shit!
Literally. What a beautiful story. Yeah. It's a story in 3 acts. Dude, that's so shitty.
What are you doing, step bro?
So I fought from underneath. I kicked out at 2. Drank a shit ton of Metamucil. Metamucil? Is that the correct word? Metamucil, we're gonna say. Yes, fiber. Fiber. Yes. I drank a shit ton of that yesterday, literally. And this morning, after my morning bulletproof coffee, let's just say the bidet that's installed on the toilet got put to good use.
Don't give up. Challenge again.
So I will not ever let that happen to me ever again. The demons were let loose. I was fighting for my life. And it got to the point where I was doubled over in pain for, the past couple of days. And it wasn't until this morning that I literally felt like myself again.
I took it to my penthouse and I freaked it.
But yeah, that was what I was getting into. And if you follow what's going on in the Discord, I was kind of keeping in touch with everybody because I do miss each and every one of you guys and gals, especially the gals. And I'm so glad that you are all here with me and us across YouTube and Twitch, either live or on the internet, live or on the replay. Jesus, you could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you're here with me and you're here with us, and I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between, help me in welcoming the MVP of this and every stream. I need everybody in the chat to give it up for Jessica.
I don't care.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's try this again. Jessica. That doesn't work either. Jessica.
Here we go again.
Close enough. We'll do that. The random sound effect button has a mind of its own. And by the way, in my absence, I spent some time working on things behind the scenes. And if you type in !SFX into the chat, you will get access to even more micro niche. Let's go! Holy fucking shit! Boneless one!
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Boneless one just busted an entire ass emoji bukkake all over my face, neck, and chests. Thank you so much for the subscription via Prime. Yo! Right off the jump. 2 subscriptions, and I didn't even get into shitting on Dark Side Phil yet. Or Review Tech USA. We're throwing his ass up on the grill as well today. I'm much off of my husband and use his subscription. That's right, the guy. We got him in our sights today. We have a lot to catch up on. A lot has happened since we last saw each other on stream. Look at speech to text it. Where? I think I have one. There it is. I should get text to speech, but I'm afraid. I'm actually literally afraid of it. I'm gonna car. Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna car. But yes, that's right. Boneless one now gets access to some high quality micro niche emotes that may or may not be references to people that I know and people that and things that I've watched on television, including but not limited to anime titties. I'm fucking dying. This is the type of high quality content that you're going to get on this channel. And then, not to be left out in the cold, I need everybody to look at this emote right here. The buff Broly Star Ryu, created by none other than Lieutenant Mao.
Oh shit!
If you go to her channel and go to her Etsy store and her About You page, please do reach out and commission her to do some work. She does excellent digital art, including this one right here. Literally the same day we were on stream talking about this. Mao is the best. True. You've got good taste. Very nice. But yes, this is actually my second cup of coffee, but as you can tell, my cups of coffee are considerably thicker than the average one. All right, let's kill that. We're going to actually jump into this soundtrack because I spent a lot of time with that. In the meantime, how does the microphone sound? Everything sound good? As you can tell, this is a brand new setup, and I'm pretty hyped to listen back to this stream and see how it turns out. There we go. Very nice. Project 7 is not my favorite show ever. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We need a toilet emote ASAP. Maria, I think you're in good company. Because not only do people like Lieutenant Mal appreciate that kind of conversation, they kind of thrive in it. I'm not even going to front. But everybody poops. And it's large as hell. It was. Project 7 is but one of many chapters in the fabled history and lore of one Darkside Phil, aka Darkside Philosophy, aka Darkside Politicals. I'm alright. I've lost the plot, guys. You need to be very patient with me because not only is this my first stream back in a long time, I'm also dealing with this magical butter.
Smoking is bad for your health, especially when it's your own flesh you're smoking.
This is true. How is the music sound? Is it too loud? Am I too loud? I just want to make sure. At least you had a plot, unlike Project 7. Hey, we're a fan of plot around here. Anime plot. I watch it for the plot, obviously. But we're not like any of them, and to steal a term from King Slide, because I took the gunshot from his stream. We got them freak bowls over in the Reddit community. Sounds good to me. I think it sounds balanced, but don't ask me. I'm no sound mixer. Well, I'm deaf in one ear. I'm deaf in one ear. So I couldn't even begin to tell you if it sounds right. The only way I'm going to know is when I listen back to it later today. But I'm also kind of biased because usually when I get on stream, I'm pretty lit. I'm pretty high. And that makes everything better. It makes things sound better. It makes you feel like... Have you ever heard of this show? It's kind of funny. It's called Family Guy. Have you ever heard of it? There was a gag where I guess Brian and Peter got high and then... Or no. It was Brian... No, not Brian. It was Lois and Peter. And they got high and they were all like, oh my god, everything's so incredible. And it was just like everything was like amazing to them, but then it cut to like literally them just like rolling around on the floor. Or maybe it was, I don't know. It was some sort of narcotic. Or Spill would say, I'm no audiophile. Yikes. Well, we're gonna get into that too because he also got a new microphone cover, which is useless unless he's up here talking to you guys and gals like this. Punctual Peter Griffin, pomegranate, you know, peripherals. You see the captions? There we go. Penis. Yeah, so that's why I have the captions down here too. This is thanks to Google AI and an overlay. So if you're just watching it, you can see what's going on with the conversation, you know. And then also because I'm deaf in one ear, I get a lot of people that come by because of the deaf tag that I put on the streams. So I figured it would probably be a good idea to throw up the captions going on right here. I'm stopped beside a bus stop when you said penis and my windows are down. Amazing. Oh, yes, let's go. So there I was standing there, barbecue sauce on my titties. I'm gonna go back to bed. I got you up though, can't stay up. Well, Everybody, I need everybody in the class right now to wish Lieutenant Mao a good nap. A cat nap, as it were. Accessibility is king, true. We got love for our deaf kings and queens. Well, before you do, Mal, let's go ahead and embarrass her. Let's give her a little shout-out, Ski. Let it be known that yesterday's Mal stream was one of my favorite streams of all time. Only to be rivaled by the Final Fantasy 16 streams that they were doing. Alright, let me link this stupid thing. There we go. Oh, that was easy. Now is my favorite part of the stream, where we shout out all the legends here in the chat with us today. And we're going to start with Lieutenant Mao, because we are a huge fan of her channel, and her work. And if you're not
like, for us girls, when we use the toilet, it's like
oh,
the
of
water
course,
splashes
she's talking
in the
about
toilet and shit. Like, you can catch shit
Let's
with
mute
fucking
this.
water
Listen
within the toilet. It's like nasty. Like, no. Like no.
Oh, by the way, this is the new waifu, the red hair.
You get that like fucking
we got something
water
about red hair
splash.
going here.
It's because you guys won't shut
Erica.
up.
Even though you don't want it to splash.
With the other customers too.
Is it a weird chain reaction?
Hey, dreams we've been having.
Yes. I don't know if she's still around. What was the game that you were playing? In the meantime, let's go ahead and show off Maria, one of my favorite Stepmania streamers. Her and the husband both play Stepmania. The husband, like, vapes as they're doing so. It's amazing to me. That's a talent in itself. Persona 4. Definitely a Persona game. That was Catherine. Yes, thank you.
I'm kind of tired.
Let me show out this 10.
Look at
And
that.
on top of that, I've been doing really bad.
Couples playing Dance Dance Revolution together. Old ass clip. Still a banger though. It's timeless, really. It's timeless. That's right. Let's throw the boneless one a bone. Oh. Fellow short-haired waifu enjoyer, you're up on the board next. Of course, we got Morgan with her titties all out.
Oof. That was a run, chat. Ugh. I mean, not bad given the fact that I literally just started playing this game a few days ago.
Old ass clip for me too. That's the beauty of scene.gg. You can literally have it go through all the clips that a channel's ever had. Clips very recent, or the featured clips. I need some new material. Same, yep, everybody's getting old ass clips from humble beginnings. Who do we got next? Coffee. Let's throw that ass up there.
I don't want to manage models because once the new one comes, I'm going to sell this. Like, it'll be a lot easier.
Who do we got here? Coffee wifey, let's go. Good for coffee. Good for coffee. Husband, father, what a fucking king.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Very nice. Now I know King Be Cruel doesn't have any clips, but you know I gotta show the boy love. King Be Cruel has defected from the Snort Fort over to the Vortex. Sega! And ever since we all started linking up and talking and chopping it up, man, it's been what a fucking king this guy is, for real.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Coffee not safe for work.
Congratulations.
Not safe for work, always safe for family. Because when you're here, you're family. What else we got going on here? Wow. I hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday afternoon. It's a lazy Sunday for me. I hope it is equally as lazy for you all. Let's throw Jess Cup on the board. Literally the MVP of this in every stream. Always coming through, dropping the relevant emotes. Doesn't really play, but that's no problem at all. Their company is incredible. And I don't think Deus Marionette has any clips, but we're going to shout her out anyways. Another excellent artist. Should definitely take the time to sample their wares. I love seeing people do what they love, using their talents to the best of their ability, and then also helping other people that also look to, you know, increase their production values. I'm so glad I held on to that thought as I was trying to finish that sentence. I was suffering. I was really, really struggling right there. Scrolling through the chat. I was trying to hold a conversation. I think we made it, though. I think we made it. But, you know, I should have spent this time out of commission to set up my SM requests, but unfortunately, that hasn't happened.
Profound sadness.
It's okay, though. It's okay, though, because I did get a playlist set up. And that's going to be the playlist that we're going to be sharing together today. We're going to be live reacting to not only the guy, DSP. I know, fuck him. Fuck him. But there's just so much shit going on in the vortex right now, we have to go over it. And that's just what happened yesterday. And if we're feeling it, we might live react to his level 1 podcast right here today.
And his name is John C.
And ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and everybody in between, I need everybody in the chat across YouTube and Twitch to help me in welcoming Pat Anthony Maryland is in the house. Boneless One says, you are out of commission. You don't have to be productive 24/7. Everyone deserves a rest when they need it. True, but I don't. I'm built different. Built different. Plus, it was something to keep my mind off the pain.
If you don't fuck with well then, you're just a bitch-ass trick.
Let's go ahead and throw Pat Anthony Maryland's Warm Wet Mouth up on the board. Oh, look at that. Smooth. Did I watch the actual yet? I did not. We went right to bed.
All right, you ready for this?
That will be, I'm going to say tonight.
Okay, here we go.
Can you hear me now?
Ooh.
What does my voice sound like now?
Oh.
Does it sound any different? Who do I sound like?
Oh, my body is ready. My body is ready. I already paid Ying, by the way.
Profound sadness.
What is with this button?
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hello, Prolocar. Hello.
Congratulations.
Welcome to the shit show. Let's throw the boy up on the board. We are so back.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to be
you're on the wrong side.
spending
That's
this
right.
Sussy Baka Sunday with you guys.
choice.
Oh no.
Pinocchio. Pinocchio.
Jiminy, I'm not gonna make it.
Ah!
It's okay. You made of wood.
Oh, I guess I'm okay.
It was okay after all.
He was
It was
lying.
all okay after all.
They should do an updated modern version of Pinocchio where he's like a political guy and like he's surfing the internet and every time he posts on the internet, like, I don't know. I'm high, leave me alone. That boy ain't right. True. Well, it's a good thing that this is not a democracy. This isn't the United States of Phil. And you know, sometimes words hurt the most.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's appropriate. The vase that I literally use for my coffee. Hello, I'm high. How high? Yes.
Not tomorrow. Today.
So, with a show of hands, how many people know of... What am I reacting to first? I'm just getting into that now, my guy. Just now getting into that. So, as a show of hands in the class, does anybody know who Review Tech USA is? Yo, Antonio! In the fucking chat. Big ups to Havoc. That's right, Havoc.
Oh shit!
The fuck is up, Pimp?
Another one.
Rich from Review Tech USA signing off. Have a good one. Yes.
Super fighting robot! May I come in?
Do you got any clips? It's Havoc. Havoc's in the hop playing Scott Pilgrim.
My Twitch Prime.
This is one of my boys from way back in the day. We used to backyard wrestle together. He was better than all of us. Fucking Havoc's in the hop. The guy who loves rooster statues, yes. He kisses cocks and takes his shirt off for tips on his stream.
This is a certified hood classic.
Yeah, and he's been kind of going through it. And in the Vortex cinematic universe, Darkside Phil, sometimes there are other content creators in the space that catch strays. What is good with you, Havoc, man? What is bringing you to this little corner of the internet? And yes, we will be talking about Darkside Phil a lot on this stream, and I will not stop talking about Darkside Phil until I make the guy
acknowledge me.
And that's just the way of things. Dial this down a little bit. How's that? So, what we have on the docket today, what we have on the itinerary today, what we have on the agenda today.
And his name is John C. Smoke weed every day.
Oh, I finally got it to work. Let's go. So we'll be live reacting to Review Tech USA crying about something. He broke up with his editor, apparently, and he got on stream and started complaining, and we're gonna make fun of him for it. And yes, the irony is not lost on me that I just spent the better part of this past 40 minutes talking about my woes.
Super ready.
So yes, the hypocrisy is real.
Take the bubbles and shove them up your fucking ass. How about that?
Yeah, Maria's got it right. Fuck it. We ball. I wonder if Havoc's still here. Havoc, do you still do your reviews? I used to follow them religiously on YouTube. Oh shit, it's gone? It's gone. Okay, but he wasn't having trouble shitting out his editor, so apples and oranges. True. And then, like, I'm jumping ahead here. This is like literally days old. Now he has a new co-host, and it's some like Twitch titty streamer. I don't know. It goes really deep. I guess the only way to really explain it properly is to drop that down. Is actually
Here we go again.
to actually do it. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think we should take a look, see what Review Tech USA has been up to? Thank you, Prolocar, for that one entire biddy. And you know what we do on this channel? We do biddies for biddies. So there you go. Congratulations. Love seeing them bouncing around. The emotes. The emotes. All right, so let's go ahead. And you know what, Pat? I was just thinking about it. Aw. Moogle. There we go. So we have 3 videos to watch. 1 about Review Tech USA, and then 2 about the guy, Darkside Phil, and his miserable family. He carted his wife out in front of the camera again, trying to milk her for more content. It didn't go well. I do not regret my decisions. This is what brings the channel the views. So let's go ahead and indulge together. We're watching Duty Streams clip of this.
And snorting balloon knot.
Yay, no more shitting text to speech. Home now. Drop DSP hating friend at home. There you go.
It's kind of something that I have been.
And thank you for cashing in them channel points, Mal. I hope you're feeling better.
I've been going back and forth with for years.
Can you hear this?
I'm sure a lot of you noticed, but I mostly with the content I was doing for a while, I was phoning it in. And it's interesting because I'm trying to think of the best way to word this.
So you can already tell
a lot of people who had my
I
best
used to really
interest
rock with Review Tech USA, unfortunately, because I really liked his like production values. Like all of his shit looked really good. It sounded really good. However, now that his editor is gone, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this.
At heart,
the illusion is
years,
gone.
We're like, you know, you're just frustrated now. Keep doing it, and I would do it, and things would pop again, and they were right, and then I would get bored again. They would do it, and things would pop again, and it was. I was like, all right, but I knew I was checked out. The straw that really broke the camel's back and just kind of let me know.
Oh no! You know what we need?
My life was closed
for this
in terms of what I was doing on YouTube was what happened with my daughter. I'm not going into details with it,
but let me go into details with it.
It was kind of like when that happened, my channel got sidetracked again, and I was like, I'm so tired of this. And then I'm like, I'm not even into this anymore anyway. In terms of trying to get something daily out there. So I was like,
crime emojis.
I kept going. Like, she started
okay.
recovering, and I kept going. And I was like, all right, fine.
So by the way, if you notice this in the upper corner, I'm no better than Rich because he's exploiting Darkside Phil's fucking mishaps. He's cashing in on him. This is all just a big grift. Everybody mooches off of each other's content. It's very toxic.
You know, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. Even though I knew I wasn't really into it.
It sounds like a boohoo romp story for real. It's exactly what it is. This is my style of content now. This is the kind of content I ingest and produce.
I couldn't. I was just kind of chasing a ghost. I knew it was never going to be the same again. I knew it was.
No, it was my internet. Can you hear me? Can you spam an emote in the chat if you can hear me? And yes, Prolocar, that is why I put the loading icon in there, the loading emote.
Ford
Okay, not just
wasn't
me.
there.
All right, so you can hear
That's
me.
what
Yeah.
gets you somewhere.
I
on
just
this
need to
platform.
start
I
all
do
over
love
on this
streaming.
computer. I
But
just need to
talking
start
about
over.
like daily stuff was
Maybe
like,
it's
ugh.
maybe it was that dang dirty Comcast.
I know
troll.
I've said a lot of this before.
Okay, cool.
But in a healthy way, I'm envious
do blame
of
Pro
people
Locar. I
like
think he,
I finished the video
sabotaged
game.
me.
That's the kind of stuff I want to do. But
Polo car.
putting out a couple videos like
It
that
is the
a year
DSP
and
psyop.
reviews like this like a couple times
Boneless
a month at
Marionette,
most.
I do apologize. I
Jay
feel
is
like now
fantastic.
I've tainted you guys. I've stained you guys
But-
with my DSP.
You know,
bullshit.
yeah, I could put up a couple clips a week. It's just I couldn't.
Because now we've brought another
It
one.
wouldn't be
into
fair
the
to
fold.
hold him
My
back
life
from
is
other
forever
opportunities,
changed.
just thinking that he has to be here to wait around for me. Because especially I know my time management skills could suck, and
Well, hello there.
my head is in other places.
Come on, fucker. Give me some health, bitch.
And his name
Ah!
is John C.
No! Now I'm fighting the fucking goblins! The gargoyle goblins! Give it up for the boys. The gang's all here. Be sure to check out my good friend Pat Anthony. He does a good content. Playing Fork Knife right here.
Am I not getting rescued? Is that what we're doing?
What the fuck you think I'm doing? I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry. I'm literally on my way to the goddamn reboot van, and you're like, "Oh, am I not gonna get rescued?"
Damn!
Confirm that one.
Sick. I'm just telling you, this channel right here is a source of infinite curated content because apparently that's very important right now.
Oh!
Oh my god.
That was nasty. That was nasty.
Obama.
I'll get you starting to say.
We've moved on. We've moved on.
Look at that tan motherfucker. Damn.
I was gonna say, is Valhalla Visions redeemed 500 channel points for you?
I look hella shit right here. Yes. Yes, let it. Okay. Are we here? Is everybody still here? These technical difficulties. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? I mean, we were going to get touched by your taint eventually anyway. Where's that? Where is it? Braids. Alright, can everybody hear me? Hello, Alex the Lion. Welcome to the shit show. Okay, good. Alright, we are so back. Let's go ahead and... Well, at least you're putting those loading emotes to good use. Can you hear me at least? Camo is officially a detractor. Weird. I close the program, and then the camera turns back on. And let's go. Detective Elijah with the raid. Thank you so much. We haven't even gotten into this video, and everything is popping off here today.
Today. Not tomorrow. Today. Today.
What is good, pimp? You just came in at the perfect time, fellow detractor. We're shitting on Review Tech USA right off the jump, and then we got 2 more videos after that. And this is all before we even play any games. We're gonna get you up on the board, Detective Elijah. Oh, what hasn't they done? Oh my God. It's been a very eventful past couple of days, for sure. This session skate sim. Let's go. How was your stream? How was everything? I need everybody in the chat to help me in welcoming Detective Elijah. Not with the raid while everything got fucked up. Yeah, for real. Great. I killed those spot. Let's go. All right, I think we got everything back. We're going to be doing live troubleshooting here on the channel. But anyway, back to Rich complaining.
I'm thinking about doing bigger.
And we're going to speed this shit up because he just
projects.
He drones off
and
sometimes.
You just have to know when to like I could, and the thing is, just like the PlayStation.
It's also
video,
let
like,
it be
I still
known.
You get the viewership. It's just like
he's
don't,
probably
like that play, no, the
very
PlayStation
high
video I did
right
actually.
now.
I was like, what the fuck is Sony?
He's
doing?
like one of those.
But when I saw like that was part of it too. It was like the straw that broke the camel's
naming
back.
their
It was
streams
like
after
Microsoft made it
references.
like
Who
they had
does
some
that?
big fucking announcement today, and I still could have done a video on it because people were hyped for this announcement and probably got 6-figure viewership. It was the
What does
biggest
he even
nothing.
do
It made me angry.
nowadays? And
Probably
since he doesn't talk about
unjustifiably
Phil
angry.
anymore?
Like,
No.
What was all of this about? Was this a spin to just get people to talk about Xbox?
Literally, look up there. He has Phil as his.
I'm like, I rather
contribution alert.
just I like, even if it's spiting myself, I don't want to make a video on this.
Aww, that poor Pikachu.
Like, and Jay was like, "Come on, we gotta do it." I'm like, "Come on, what?" The industry's changed, man, and I'm interested in like this stuff, and I'm interested in like retrospectives, but I'm not interested in talking about that.
Remember, he was like
I know
declaring
the gaming
civil
industry
war
has
amongst the
changed, too,
detractors,
because
and now he's
news
just
has changed.
sitting here going, "Oh,
There
woe
isn't
is
like
me.
these. That's why E3 is part of the reason E3 is
Woe
dead.
is me. Woe is us."
Yeah, Jay and I are good. But if I'm going in a different direction,
How do you declare civil war
gotta
for
go in a
another
different
group
direction.
of people?
Some
Well,
people are gonna
Rich
think
is
I'm
not
out of my fucking
very
mind. People that I've heard
smart.
that before.
And he was speaking for other people.
Goblin blood orgy.
I hear that a lot. A lot of people tell me that, but every time they tell me that, I always
I don't
seem
know if
to,
it's me,
prove them
but
wrong.
it sounds like the voice is in fast forward. Not sure if it's my physical exhaustion making me hear things. No, we speeded this
I'm sure,
guy up because
you know,
even
and for people out there
in
that are
this
disappointed, I'm sorry.
Fast forwarded speed.
I'm
he's
sure there are
unbearable
people
to
here
listen
who
to.
saw us as a brand and will no longer want to watch
Neither
me.
are
and
you,
they want
true.
to watch Jay or whatever, or just move on. You got to evolve, Pescator. Thank you. This shit ain't it ain't 2013 anymore, man. You know. I don't want to be fucking, 50 and I mean, my house is my retirement. I have money in IRAs and shit like that, but that ain't, I can't whip that out now. I know you want my nip set. I'll get to all the super chats, even if I read them already.
Yeah, Streets of Rage 1. And here we go.
It was weird. Like, I don't like it, what got me back into music is when I found out that it's questionable if my daughter will get her eyesight back.
Why is he
And it just-
saying
I'm very
this?
scatterbrained.
Why is he acting like this?
That's why a lot of projects, which probably means I have ADHD. Lazy? No. Some people recently have called me lazy. I'm not lazy,
Yes,
but I
the
am
titties.
scatterbrained. That's my biggest problem. But when I'm focused on something, for some reason, when I found out that news about it, it kind of just sparked something in me. And I'm not looking, this is not a pity thing, I'm just saying what it is.
It was just that
completely
1-2
closed the
punch of
chapter on
him
some
taking
things,
off his
and it
shirt
sparked
and then him
passions
trying to
in
get
other
sympathy about his
I don't know
daughter
why.
losing
I don't know
his
what the
eyesight.
correlation is. I can't tell you. I'm not a psychiatrist.
Me beating him up. It's all of us beating
But that
him
really
up.
drove me. And you know something interesting else that drove me too? Is
In
the whole
Minecraft.
fucking
Respectful.
nerd shit with Rome Streets. I was like, oh yeah, motherfucker, you saying my shit's garbage in a science experiment? Now I gotta prove you wrong. Now I gotta prove that I have other talents. Now I gotta prove that I'm more than just a YouTuber, because I am.
See, the problem is...
So I should...
Review Tech
so
USA
should I keep him on a payroll for
Film,
protection?
Christian,
Or
and all
would you
that,
like to
is
pay him
that
then, Ryan?
They have nothing
You're
else
more than welcome
outside
to.
of streaming online. Cobra, Cyrax, all of
Anyway.
them. When they get the cops called on them, like Cyrax does.
You know,
And the cops keep telling him, you need to get
offline.
offline. That's the reason why they're doing this. He's like,
no,
no,
making me want to check my fucking phone. I know people are going to turn this into conspiracies, especially with the timing of other circumstances that happened, and there are some people that I am definitely on some lists, and that's fine.
Chris Chan is so gross, I can't even with that.
Yeah, but there was no shit behind the scenes.
Chris Chan was like my first exposure to
and we could become friends. You're more than welcome to give me a salary for becoming... Oh shit, there is
into
Look at that.
all the way out to White Bowser.
Do you pay all of your friends a salary?
And now Jupiter. Ugh. He's just
Let me know,
a lot
please.
for a man. Hold on. There's just so much going on. I can't even...
Smoking fart
I
bubbles.
can't
Rich,
even
please
follow
quickly
it.
check my DM.
Why
I
is
never
he
implied
nude?
anything
Oh
between
my
you and the
goodness.
Canadian. What are you talking about? I never thought you did.
But them titties, though.
Rich breastfeed and let's go. Also, Derek injured your leg by
The
orders of
tatas.
DSP and W. You'll be
Ain't
back.
nobody
This shit
trying
ain't
to
nothing
see
to
that
me,
skin.
man. So I think
This
I
is what
explained all
people pay
respect
to
to.
see. Because he tries to appeal to people who make fun of him, so
I'm trying
he
to
does
factor
that
meal
stupid
to-
stuff. Yes. This isn't even
The
airing
taste
out
kind
the
of
dirty
just tasted
laundry.
like
It's showing the world
the frozen
your
meals
stinky
together.
ass
Fuck, that's
hockey
why I was like,
pads. Yikes. There's a lot for a
here
man
for
that
the
says
streams, but
nothing.
Jay was
You
the
should
only
react to the
thing
dark
I
side
liked
life
on the main
of
show
Boogie
out on there, but I'll still be on the streams. Oh, it is what it is. Thank
2988.
you.
I might.
I appreciate that, Stephanie. Why is
Maybe
Jay
if we
going?
hit
I'm
the
going in a
tier
different
1
direction.
tips goal. And yes, Deus Marionette is
Hot dog
awesome.
in the super chat. Rest in peace, Jay.
Great
But Chase,
taste.
listen,
Yeah.
guys, support Jay on 3 kilobytes. He will be live
You
streaming
see,
there.
Cyrax made
I
another
appreciate there is
PNG
no ill will
tuber on
between
Twitch
Jay
and
and I.
got caught in like 5 minutes and banned. Yep, ban evasion. And you can always tell it's him because he has the same cadence.
If you two are cool, drop his channel.
Words.
I just said to go check out 3 kilobytes.
He talks the same way. It's just, and he has a voice thing. Like he'll do like his concerts with his voice.
At this point, that's really it.
His breasts are halfway down his belly button. You got some hangers. What type of
But you'll get people
YouTuber is
from this
this?
live
Is
stream
there a
going
name for
over
them?
the 3 kilobytes.
Yes, Maria. These are lol cows. There's
Um,
an entire economy of people that watch them, create content about
Yeah,
them.
but
and
I
they
got to do what
consume.
I got to do for me in terms of my channel,
He's
too.
been breastfeeding for too long.
If I'm not interested in a certain kind of content,
He
I
hasn't
don't
heard
know
of
what you want me to say.
Oh yeah, covert narcissism. It's not him. And if it was, I'd leave him alone. I'm not him.
How about you kiss my fucking ass and lick my balls?
Master Rambo.
Oh my god, we gotta rewind that. Hold on. Listen to it back.
How about you kiss my fucking ass and lick my balls?
Master Rambo donated $10. Hey Rich, in short, I saw it too and I respect your decision. I'm surprised why your audience
God,
didn't see
bro,
it.
I
Good
found a
luck on your
secret
future
locale.
endeavors. Chat and viewers, listen,
Kiana
it's up to us to take up the mantle and see if one of us can create a new gen channel.
Here's what pisses me off about these guys in particular. These guys are complaining
I
about
have
how
to get going
terrible
and check on
their
my son.
shit is.
Of course, now this happens.
But they
I did
are
plan on
like
doing a full stream.
literally like way far and above anything that any of us do. Like, bitch, should be happy for what you got. All right, I'm seeing 2 different things on this Google search.
All right, let me
for
get going
this
right now. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that I have to go.
Kiana
Maybe I'll go
Clark
back later.
piece. I see a black woman and then a white girl. So who are we looking at here?
Yeah, it really is something with my kid. I'm even with the shirt off. I'm sorry. I might be back.
Boogie 2988 is the original YouTube lolcow, which is why I recommended that. Yep. Yeah, and speaking of lolcows.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Oh, yes. All right, well, that was, we were suffering the fool for a little while there. And Boogie, Wings, and they were trying to get DSP onto this podcast. The lolcow podcast, which is like a cash grab. Everybody's trying to cash in on these lolcows because they're making fools of themselves on the internet. Still don't know what the point is. I don't know either. And that was the thing. Like, he was sad and upset that he broke up, had a divorce with his video editor. And like, obviously you see the production values after he left. So like, maybe he's sad that he, you know, that they broke up. I watched Turkey Tom and he would always call them. So yeah, yep. Turkey Tom's documentary on the locals. I think he was just recently talking about Vosh too, who, oh my god, I'm not touching that. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what was the point that he was trying to make there, so we'll just leave it alone. However, the jellyfish and the hot dog emotes in the chat, you know what they do. They give us all strength. So thank you now.
I took it to my penthouse and I freaked it.
And thank you for cashing in those channel points. We got a new one, by the way. Yeah, black woman with schizo who constantly calls the cops. Oh, geez.
Smoke weed every day.
Kiana Clark piece on YouTube is her melting down in public or on her phone. You know, I do think a lot of these people do it just for the views and the clicks and the clout. I'm sounding like Cyrax. God damn it. You heard about that? ESP will never leave his hug box for any reason. I mean, he has to in order to get cat food and groceries. He only uses his internet to con people, then DoorDashes food and plays mobile games.
Smoke weed every day.
It sounds like the life, though. I think what pisses me off is that, like, it is the perfect life. And he's... Love the Sailor Moon one. Thanks to Firebot, I was able to get different gifts to play. So if you were to cash in the Smoke Weed Every Day channel point, then you'll get one of like 3 that I downloaded and then assigned to it. Oh, thank you for cashing in that Hydrate or Dihydrate. Maybe I'll just instead drink some of this magical butter coffee. Usagi is chill.
Smoke weed every day.
She'd be down to smoke. I mean, obviously she was high as fuck in that GIF we just saw. And look at this, guys. We got a record number of viewers here in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for the house.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, we got some Inuyasha ones too.
Smoke weed every day.
And this is my favorite one.
Here we go again. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
That's a lot of weed to smoke. Usagi with the munchies would be a force of nature. She's clumsy as fuck too, so. Deus Scorpion. Send for the man. Any other fellow Botchamania enjoyers here? Coffee out of a vase is something above my pay grade. Well, I fucks with coffee and caffeine heavy. And as you can tell, Mal watches a lot of this channel, cashing in these channel points.
Smoke weed every day.
All right, let's get back to the guy.
Snort, snort, snort.
Shout out to Snort Hogan for the clip, as always. So this is them playing.
Well, that's about it.
Like a Dragon
Like
Infinite.
next 10 minutes.
Well.
Hey, if you're tired, you can you don't have to stick around. If you're really sore and tired, you can go.
Yeah, I need to stand up.
All right, go ahead. No, baby, no one's forcing you to be here.
I mean, you already know what you're doing. So.
Yeah, you can take off for then. I just say goodbye to everyone. That's all.
Bye.
She's beat.
She couldn't get the fuck out of that chair fast enough. Jesus. So the latest scam is that he's been carting his wife out in front of the webcam so he can exploit her for tips, because the channel is dying. And the first time that she got put in front of the camera, they made like $300. But now it's
to my penthouse and I freaked it.
Now it's the law of diminishing returns, because the second time she was carted out, it was probably $100. And then just last night, they couldn't even get to the top, the first tier tip goal. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. Well, she didn't want to. She's a beard. Yes, and I now know what a beard means thanks to Deus Marionette. Business positive and chill. Definitely a beard. Okay, so I may feel silly. I didn't know what a beard was until Deus smartened me up. And then also, I don't know if you guys, you guys or gals noticed this, but now the sound alerts fills up the entire screen, so it's not just a small little thing. That was only available through.
His name is John C.
I don't think DSP is very romantic or sexual. Nah, that's why I put it there, so you can abuse the privilege. Literally. You think I can carry a stream with just my personality? I need your guys' buy-in.
And his name is John C.
I could just sit here all day and have you guys hit off the sound alerts.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Yeah, so we're pretty sure that this arrangement is an arrangement out of convenience.
World, bro. I'm telling you, I know when something is funny, but that shit right there is just confusing.
I mean, it's kind of my thing, man.
Yeah, I get it, but it's really kind of dumb.
Okay. Amy, how am I doing?
Hey, man, don't talk to Jamie. Only I can talk to Jamie, okay?
You let other guests talk to Jamie.
Yeah, but in those cases, the interview is going well.
I think
I'm laughing at myself, laughing at
That might be for the
myself,
best, but I mean, at
laughing
this
at
point, what's
Pro
left to
Locos.
say? You can get out of here and go do your little Demon Souls stream and try to have fun, and maybe you might actually grow up one day. But as far as this interview
These
goes,
edits
I
are
think it's
perfect.
done.
Thank you for the content, comrade, because your content is my content, is our content. What does a beard mean? I'm slow and live under a rock. Well, Maria, do not feel bad because I did not know what a beard was until I Googled it when Marionette told me. And apparently a beard, maybe somebody else can explain it better than me. Let me keep scrolling because... Trumpets. Now I'm gonna go broke.
His name is John C.
Okay, Marionette's here with the description. It's when a gay man has a girlfriend or a wife to cover their sexuality. Yes. Oh, please, you're not boring. Oh, thanks. Your personality is awesome. Hello. Oh my god. All right. Stop. All right, keep going. And it's making me laughing, and I'm watching you laughing at yourself laughing. It's like Inception. It's like Inception without all of the bombs.
Profound sadness.
Out of the two sisters, though, DSP got off a little bit easy. Jen is crazy. Have you seen her Twitter? Like, this cinematic universe spans a multiverse of different things going on. That cup can cover your head. That shit is huge. It does. It does, and it has. This is my standard cup. I gotta use 2 hands to drink. For no reason? No, there's a very good reason for it. I drink a lot of coffee.
Into the heat of battle.
You guys have to understand, Kat is not used to doing this. She is not a streamer in any capacity, right? So it's
Standard is
exhausting
going.
for her.
Hey, ladies and
Try it,
gentlemen,
you know,
kings
guys
and
wanna
queens
see
and
it.
everybody in between, help me in welcoming Staff XFN to the stream. I told you I'd be yelling this entire time. Giant cup for the win. That's where I keep all my hopes and dreams. Big sips all around. I can use that cup as a seat. Yeah, turn it upside down. Man, the gang is all here. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. Really do appreciate that.
Be here part of gameplay, right? And
Who
she's
knew
doing
that
her
being
absolute
toxic
best.
on the internet
I totally
would
get it.
garner the views?
Here,
Welcome back.
Let me now sit down here. It's this way. That's right, Sambuca. She already played through the whole thing. She's already seen all of this. You know?
By the way, Kat is actually she plays video games better than Phil does. In the brief time that we saw her on screen playing Like a Dragon, she was far and away a better player than him. Because he would stop every 2 seconds to like look at the chat.
So to her, nothing here is like new or eye-opening. It's stuff that she's already
Last
done.
time I saw him with
so
Chad, he
she's
ignored
literally
for like
just here
2
helping
hours.
us
I mean,
to make this
she
more
didn't
interesting.
really help
to be honest,
much
if I was
anyway.
doing this by
Conversation's a
myself with you
two-way
guys, it'd
street.
probably be pretty boring. To have her
I
here,
was
it makes it a little
watching
bit
that
better,
being
right?
said earlier
But
today.
I totally
Shout
get
out
it.
to that being said.
She already did all this stuff.
ALT Insider mentioned it looked like they got into a fight right before they went live because she was serving cunt.
Now
Literally.
he settled in on the floor, but I was figuring get him out of here. Now we have
No,
to finish
really.
it and do the daily rep and everything.
She was miserable that whole stream. And then the minute she had an opportunity to get up out that chair,
there we go.
He doesn't
Now
like
this
her.
is
I don't
weird,
think
'cause
they
I'm
don't.
totally not sitting where
You
I
would
usually
think for
sit. This is a weird
couple of
position
people
to
that
be sitting in.
have been together, living
Seriously.
together.
And then
for
some
what?
moron says, "Why are you forcing her to play a game? Go fuck
Oh, here we
yourself."
go.
You didn't force her to do anything. She wanted to come back to streams and she wanted to do this, so you can kiss my fucking ass. I hate idiots like that. Yeah, as you see, I had her
Let's
talk back to
go.
streams.
Let's
She
go
wanted.
back.
Moron says, "Why are you forcing her to play a game? Go fuck yourself." You didn't force her to do anything. She wanted to come back to streams and she wanted to do this, so you can kiss my fucking ass. I hate idiots like that. Yeah, as you see, I had her tied up, right? I had her drugged and tied up, and I threw her in here tonight. That's
I'm
what
the one
happened,
that
right? You
snorts
fucking
and
asshole.
begs.
Fucking morons.
I'm not talking.
Those kind of people drive me nuts. Anyway, I did have the camera in the wrong position. I was wondering.
Hey, thank you,
why
KB
the camera
Crow,
looked
for
like it was so
jumping
far
on
that
over to
direction.
YouTube,
I
helping
must
me
have
get
hit it
that
early.
channel partner.
I clearly must have hit the camera, and it wasn't centered.
Definitely do appreciate that.
So there you go. Here's an
You get
idiot
so
saying
triggered
she
when you
wasn't
call 'em out
playing.
for
She
shit.
was here for
Yeah.
the entire first hour and a half playing. She just had to be the controller in the last 20 minutes because she was tired. So you can go fuck yourself too. The dumb trolls coming in here to try to be dicks now. You know, fucking idiots. Anyway.
Oh boy, he sure
All
showed
right,
them.
So,
you get so triggered when you criticize him. If you touch a nerve, if he hits you with the mouth drooling idiot or the fucking like, whenever he starts going ham, you know you hit a nerve, and that's the gold dust. That's what the kids call gold dust.
Scoot the chair over. I'll see if I can scoot the chair back to where it's supposed to be. Of course I got louder because I moved. Hold on. The fucking chair gets stuck.
15-year content creator can't
there
even
we
get
go.
his chair set up correctly.
Okay.
Secret Life coined that term.
And
Secret
I'm
Life
here.
or Legends.
There we go.
We miss
Right?
him.
So now, I'm gonna
Secret Life also is a fan of Stepmania.
Because now, you can hear me louder,
reached
so now you're
out
gonna want to hear the
via
game louder,
Twitter
right?
once
So there you
upon
go.
a time and said, "Oh shoot, you
Okay.
play Stepmania?" And I go, "True."
All right.
All right.
Anything else stupid someone wants to say, so I can just deal with you now before I finish the stream? Any other idiotic thing you'd like to say to talk out of your ass and look like an idiot, so I can publicly embarrass you? Okay. So we hit 3 stars.
Did you hear that? So I can
We're talking about
publicly
waste
embarrass you.
disposal.
There's
I don't know what that
actually
is.
a ongoing theory talking about how I'm convinced you're drinking out of a vase. I am. This is a vase. This is one of the edible vases, which is interesting because I have my magical butter in there. This is literally a vase. His vocabulary is so limited. So is mine.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
But I'll say words congruently and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious to make it, from edible arrangements. True. I was so upset I had the edible arrangements and I didn't get high.
Hooray! I did the thing.
BM2KX coffee mug when? Well, I'm glad you asked, King Be Cruel, because if you do exclamation point merch over on Twitch, you can get a link to my Stream Element store where you can get a BM2KX mug and mousepad and ribbon and did I say mousepad? Well, the only way to know is to go over to Twitch, click the link. Oh yeah, I also have a pro wrestling tee store. I have 2 different stores. A store for my pro wrestling stuff and then a store for my streaming stuff. I've had one sale, and that is to the legend Pat Anthony Maryland. I did buy Pro Locar's mug off of his store, and it came broken, so I asked for another one, and they gave it to me. So now I have 2. Let me do the point to the camera.
So the guest approval, I think there's another day. They're here one more day, right? But I can't really do anything about that at this point. So, oh, excuse me.
I used one of the mugs
So what,
that was broken to hold all of my spoons and straws and stuff.
What do you guys recommend I do to finish the stream? Because now I'm all derailed and friggin' confused, right?
Well, obviously he needed to do a 30-minute Q&A because obviously. What's your favorite ice cream? Have you ever punched a bee before? But huge shout out to Sora Hogan for the clip. That is 1 of 2.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go. Have them you boys. It's dumb.
And then we'll jump into some more nonsense. Probably Tekken. Maybe Diablo 4.
Get that ass.
He needs
in.
therapy. 30-minute session. He needs to get high. I think if Phil got high, he'd probably be a lot chiller. Be like, you know what? You guys are kind of funny. This is kind of funny. Sorry, Disney Plus, don't sue me.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Saturday, the 17th of February, 2024. An interesting streaming day, to say the least. Good progress in both games that I played. Although, admittedly, I'd say probably in both games.
No, Chris. Oh yeah, that was Chris.
How can I even put it? Like a little bit.
The motherfucker,
different
literally.
than what I expected. All right, and honestly, probably going to be now a change of plans regarding one of the games.
Count
so let's
the
talk
ums.
about this.
Count
okay?
the snorts.
It is what it is, right? All right. Tonight was our second.
What I hate
stream
is when it goes and it always like irks me. It like cuts deep.
It's Kat and I, my wife and I, of Dondoko Island in Like a Dragon Infinite World. All right. So here's the deal. Last time around when we did it for the first
Look at him with his crack-headed eyes looking in the corner.
Wednesday, it was
the corner
very fun.
demons.
It was the
there it is. How am I going to separate more money from the people that watch me? He's thinking big thoughts right there.
First time we had ever done co-op gameplay.
I mean, Kat agrees with me.
For the first time on the island, we were exploring, we were building, we were doing all this first time stuff, and it was very neat.
We need to
The
get
audience was
beard
engaged and having a
trending.
good time.
Kat is a
having a lot of
beard.
questions for us that were good, interesting questions, not
Never just
intrusive,
calls her
stupid
Kat.
questions, and it was really
Hole in
well done,
one.
right? Like we had a great
Jasper
time. Everyone seemed to
Kitty.
enjoy it, and we were actually very much looking forward to tonight.
Here's another thing, by the way. Here's another thing, and I'm glad that Phil brought this up. During the 5 hours that he was on the Side Scrollers podcast, not one snort, not one clear of the throat, not one nothing. Straight, just broadcaster style, you know. He was good. When he was doing his streams with his wife. No, I meant mom. He did not snort, did not clear his throat, not one beg. It can happen. It's possible.
And I was bored. All right. Okay. All right. Well, that's about it. I'll just see how much I can do in like the next 10 minutes.
That's right.
Baby, if you're tired, you
in
can-
about
you
1
don't have
week
to
and a
stick
couple
around.
of days, Final
If you're
Fantasy
really sore and
VII
tired, you
Rebirth
can go.
comes out. I am so hyped.
All right, glad.
And then I think on the 22nd,
No, baby, no one's forcing
on
you to be here.
Tuesday, they're going to update the demo. So you know we're going to be
You can take
checking
off
that
for the
out.
night. Just say
He
goodbye
told
to
the truth
everybody.
about
That's all.
WWE Champions after lying about it for
Bye.
years.
Be.
See, that's the thing. It's not
Yeah, but
truth.
guys, you
It's
have
not
to
truth or
understand.
lying. It's
And that's
whatever
not the
suits
fault
him in that
of
moment. It's
The
whatever
audience,
suits him in
that's
that
not
moment.
the fault of us. It's the game. Dondoko Island, when you
Wait a
get
minute.
to
Go
the
back.
audience, that's not the fault of us. It's the
The
game.
way he talks to her is
Dondoko
like
Island,
how he
when you
talks
get
to the cat.
The
Jasper
audience,
Kitty.
that's not the fault of us. It's the game. That's not the
Here it is.
of the audience. That's not the fault of us. It's the game. Dondoko Island, when you get to the
They did everything
two-star
right. They did
ranking,
nothing wrong.
it introduces a farm, and all the farm does is you can grow crops, you can train your Sujimon, and you can get extra money. Or I think also you can get extra crafting items. But all you're doing is assigning your Sujimon to the
His lower
farm, and they
jaw
just do
got
it
broken
themselves.
when he got
There's
punched
no
in the
action
face.
on
Here's
your
the thing.
behalf.
He's like,
Outside
he's
of that,
avoided.
you literally
If
get
anything,
the formula
he's avoided
of all
getting
of
pumped
Dondoko
in the
Island,
mouth.
which is incredibly
No
repetitive.
matter how much he
Destroying
probably
trash,
deserves it.
gathering resources, crafting a few things here or there, fighting off intruders, opening up new areas, clearing them out, and pleasing the guests. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's an
His
endless
lower
cycle
jaw just
and
hangs
endless
there. It's
grind.
like, it's weird. It's like really thick.
We started doing it.
It's probably all of like his sinus stuff, because obviously it comes from here and then it goes down. And maybe it collects right down here. Like, check this out. This is like a quartz marble something or another. You see me on the stream sometimes, I'll just put it across my face like this. And what that's supposed to do is supposed to like get all the gunk out of your face. You bring it down to your jawline, and then you bring it up here. You slide it up here, and then you bring it down your neck, and it's supposed to like smooth everything out. Looks maxing. Fucking true. Yeah, I'm looks maxing.
And our goal for tonight was we had just hit 2-star resort rating when we played it on Wednesday night. By the end of tonight, we wanted to hit 3-star resort rating. All right? When we started off playing, we're feeling positive and fun. We're interacting with the audience, which is great. And within like 45 minutes, we're starting to get bored. Like I could tell. I watched my wife. You could tell she's happy. All of a sudden, she's looking drained. She's looking more stoic. She's not really talking as much.
Imagine getting wiped out by sitting there and playing video games.
And I was bored too.
Saying.
Like there wasn't
much
going on.
This is what he's saying out loud. This is how he's explaining.
Gather more bugs. Do more of
this disaster.
And then it's like
stream.
Now you got to keep track of all these million things. Please the guest. Oh wait,
fun and
clear
meaningful.
This area out for trash. So you can build the bridge and you can clear it out, and you can have a new area of the island to go. Oh, but now you got to catch new fish to raise your popularity.
Boneless convinced me to go on camera
star level up all the items on the island
to make $300.
It's a scatterbrained, repetitive mess.
Pretty much. That would be the exact.
When you're playing
the exact
like
same thing,
right? It feels fun because you feel like
maybe once we get the Lego stream going,
you want to live on with all these virtual residents that you can befriend and care about. That doesn't happen on Dondoko Island. Literally, the only reason you're doing it is to get through the minigame to make money. Like, that's it. Once you get through the minigame, you get a giant reward at the end. It's a ton of money, and that's all well and good, but there's really no
and if only refers to you as my wife, Deus, never Deus.
To do it. Now, my wife even said when she did it the first time, she enjoyed it a lot more because she was treating it more like an island she cared about. She was setting it up to have decorations and things in a way that she liked and stuff like that. But she was disappointed because when she got to the end, it got so grindy. She was
think
just
Mao is
like she was paying Doko.
I think Mao is sharing all of our opinion right now. Has to let people know he's married to a woman female. True. He would be the type of person that would call a woman female.
There's no point.
Or a woman.
So, you know, we got maybe 90 minutes into tonight's stream, and she was dead tired. She even said to me, I'm sore.
Imagine being dead tired from playing video games.
All right, I'll take over. So I grabbed the controller, and I played for like another 20 minutes. And then basically I could tell, I said, you can take off if you want. You know, if you're not having fun, that's the whole
you can
point
clock out because obviously this is work to you. By the way, if he's gonna sell the idea that like the fans wanted his mom, I mean his wife, and I'm gonna keep intentionally saying it like that because it's the joke. If he insisted that it was due to popular demand, getting her out in front of the camera so they could shower them with money, how much? We didn't make enough money. Get out of here. True. But it was like, okay, if you have any sense of like showmanship about you, you would want to, you know, be thankful for any amount that you were getting. And what, they probably got $80. They didn't crack 100, but they got it. If I got $80 on a stream, oh my God, if I got $8 on a stream, I would be, hey man, thank you. I would just be up, I'd be happy. And then also, if you're on there on camera, you know, just not giving a shit, then obviously people that are watching you are not going to give a shit. I don't know. I've only been doing this for a little bit. I always make sure Deus swipes her punch card at the end of every Final Fantasy 14 stream. Because it's work to them. They don't want to... He's already priming the ground too, by the way. He's talking about how he doesn't want to... He can't play video games as much as he used to anymore because his poor hands hurt. He's been playing video games for 15 years and his hands hurt. Be humble or get stumbled. Being humble doesn't get me views, clicks, and internet money. So here we are.
She was bored. She was sore. She was tired. I was like, go ahead. Take off. I'll finish the stream.
So brave. So bold. What a great husband.
And so I did. I stuck around for like another 25 minutes.
You know, Deus, my real human female wife who I sleep in my big boy bed with. Pretty much.
We had things like that going on. I finished the odds.
I get laid by my wife all the time.
Logical stopping point. Yes.
I am a content. I'm exploiting my... I'm exploiting my problems as content.
I quit the island, went to mainland, or the island of Hawaii, saved, and now I have $96,000.
I sleep with my
to
wife.
Spend
my
when
mom.
I play the game again. I had like 500. Now I have 96,000. Okay, so I increased my money output by insane amounts by doing this Dondoko Island for 4.5 hours with Kat. So here's the thing. If you like us doing co-op, you'll probably still like tonight's session, but probably not as much as the first, because admittedly, after the first hour, we both get drained and bored and don't really like it anymore.
Man, way to sell your content to people that will potentially want to like give you money for this. It's like, guys, I don't think that this was actually a very good stream. We didn't have any energy. We were bored. He literally said this is boring. We are so boring.
Because of that, it's kind of boring, you know? And basically, just so everyone knows, I had a conversation with Kat,
And she
we're
agrees with
probably
me.
not going to do anymore.
Hey guys,
Like,
I know you
even
came
me,
here
like, I
for
don't think
video
I'm even
games,
going
but how about
back.
some
I don't see
accounting?
the point.
This is the daily audit. This is the daily audit, guys. How come you didn't give me enough money? He says after every sentence. He uses it as a comma, a period, and apostrophe. He uses it as an adjective, a vowel, and a noun. Adjective, noun, and vowel. Jesus God. In the groove drains me, but what the fuck? True. Like a 7-year-old. Okay, I'm out. I hope your stream gets better. Thank you, Prolocar. Let's get you up on the board before you head out the door. Playing Dark Souls, another very
But he is a hidden
toxic
character that you can unlock, so he has keys. So I guess that makes sense.
Now,
Trevor's
this is
got like
content.
looks like a little. They got a little mini pair of nunchucks. Like a tiny, like if he had like a Michelangelo action figure, like the ones that were about this big when we were kids.
Hey, I need
It was
also
like the
everybody in the
nunchuck
chat
that
right
goes
now
to
to
that
wish
toy. So he must
Prolocar
have
a
had,
very
and he's
Sussy
orange.
Baka Sunday.
So it must have been his favorite Ninja
Papa
Turtle.
Prolocar
and
over
he didn't
here.
want to lose those nunchucks because I can't
procreating
find
for the-
mine.
For the planet.
He'll never lose his.
Perfect. Man, y'all are a bunch of kings and queens. Sunday Fun Day. Brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine.
Because outside of Dondoko Island, there's other ways to get money.
By the way, let me
This is
pick
the
it
one
myself
time
in my
you need to
face
do it,
while I'm
because you
on
can get
camera.
A ton of money.
He is
now
very
I can go
comfortable
back
on
in
stream.
advance with this.
By the way, I have a wife and she's real because she's never on my stream, but she has an excellent TikTok. Excellent TikTok. Let's go ahead and exclamation point wife. Oh wait, that's your channel, not mine. But for real though, if Prolocar wants to drop his wife's TikTok in the chat, I would highly recommend everybody check her out. She's very funny. It's like the anti-humor, it's like the dark humor. It's like that late night Adult Swim humor that if you're, sleep deprived or high as fuck, you're not really paying attention to the TV, but then it comes up and then you're like, what the hell am I watching? This is exactly the type of stuff. My wife, Cat.
Story and all the side content.
No wife
but
and no
now
kid
there's gonna be
gang
other
gang.
things to do, like the other dungeons and things. And those
Oh,
also
fuck
are way more
yeah.
rewarding because you get
You
other
said
items
island?
while you're doing them as opposed to just money, which is the point of Dondoko Island. So, honestly...
Wait! Stop it right there. I just... Listen to what he just said. I need you to listen to what he just said. She's great and her lady parts are almost healed after squeezing out her boyfriend's kid. Oh my. Boyfriend? Aren't you married? He's a chill dude. He lets me play video games sometimes. Oh, now I get it. Okay. That wasn't a Freudian slip. That was intentional. Prolocar, the soy boy. You know, every hotel has the Prolocar chair. Chillin' positive dude.
and things. And those also are way more rewarding because you get other items and things while you're
Okay,
doing them,
bye-bye.
as
I'll
opposed
stop
to
by
just
later if you're still on.
money,
I plan on
which is
doing
the
a
point of
marathon
Dondoko
style
Island.
stream today.
So,
We're not just dunking
honestly,
on Dark Side Phil
yeah,
today.
I'm
I'm actually going to
pretty
play
much
video
done with
games.
it. Like after having played it twice,
But I'll be
4.5
honest,
hours
man.
is how much time it
This
was
is the
playtime.
type of stuff that
I
the
think
people
that's
stick
it.
around for. Phil
And
actually talks about this. People don't watch his stupid gameplay, although he's terrible at it. They stick around for his level 1 podcast because he's going to start talking about some dumb shit, as per usual.
4.5 hours is how much time it was.
But listen to
playtime.
this.
I think that's it. And I'm sorry to those who were looking for a more extended experience of co-op with Kat and I. I agree with you.
Play
We
Dark
were hoping to do
Souls
the whole
and you'll
thing,
summon the
but
Souls
dude,
Bros.
After 4 hours, we're
I see that
being tired and
Prolocar's been
just
summoning
bored
the Souls
and don't wanna do it
Bros.
anymore.
Very
So,
good community over
likely,
there.
What we'll look to do is find something else that we can play together, but we don't know what it is.
Play Street Fighter 6 together, coward. Play Tekken 8 together. She'd probably whoop his ass. That would be funny as hell.
People have been suggesting
Kat is a better
do It
video game
Takes
player
Two,
than Phil
do
is.
We don't want to do those. We're not interested in them. We want to find a game that the two of us actually like and want to play together, so it's engaging and fun and something that we look forward to doing, and then also we're making content while doing it. That's the point, is
Marionette, who
to
said
find something
chivalry
that
is
we play
dead?
together that we like, doesn't feel like work. We don't want to
Chivalry
come into this
and
office and have
fun,
it feel like
meaningful,
we're spending time
interactive,
together, right?
fun.
So We gotta look for that. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be anytime soon. Like, I don't know what any games that are out or coming out soon.
He always says he doesn't know because he doesn't want to accept the
So
responsibility.
I'm not promising anyone anything right now of when we're gonna do more co-op.
Or if they're going to do any more co-op. I have a feeling Cat's like, dude, this fucking sucks, bro. Why the fuck are you doing this to me?
Really, we're gonna have to talk about it and try to figure it out. You know, maybe if there's an extended period without co-op, we'll do a Q&A night again. Since
Why would you want to do another Q&A night? I mean,
we wouldn't have done a hangout stream with you guys in a while. It's not that Cat doesn't want to come on stream. It's that we need to find stuff to do together that makes sense, right? I'm sure we will start more discussions about this on the podcast tomorrow in the light. But I just wanted to make it clear for everyone what happened tonight and why.
like, he sucks at games, isn't funny, ignores her, and when he does talk to her, it's like a child or an animal.
That's more interesting right now.
She
that's
probably,
just not
like,
appealing to us, okay?
She probably
So,
has,
good streaming, David, as you can see. Not
like,
exactly what we
him
expected.
by
I
the
thought,
balls.
oh,
I think
firmly
she's
into
the one
Act
with the
3 in
pants in the
Baldur's Gate.
relationship.
Nope. Took so long to
Hey,
get out of Act
Maria,
2,
now
we're
on the
stuck in middle of this giant story
YouTube.
development
Thank you so
scene,
much, Maria.
and
You
now
know
we have
I
blue balls
subscribe to
until
you on the
Tuesday
YouTube
when
side
I'm
of
playing
things. I'm
it
internet
again.
stalking you.
Man, thought we were going to continue with Dondoko Island.
I think I
Nope.
dropped a couple comments
Basically
too
didn't
for
work out, boring as
engagement.
shit, so we're not doing anything. So that's what I mean. Like, we got all this stuff going on differently than how I'd expected. But that's life, right? That's what happens in life. You're just on the fly, and you do make the best out of things that are going on, correct?
No, thank
So,
you. Wow, that was incredible, guys. And look at that. We just got a new subscriber on the YouTube side of things. We are one step closer to hitting our 500 YouTube sub goal. With that means I'll be able to get to partner, which would be incredible. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can say this right. Neo Judah. Thank you so much. Oh, that's your alt? Okay, thank you. You mean a woman who wouldn't want to be paraded around on her husband's stream and get catcalled by neckbeards who support his gambling habit? Color me shocked. I think Bonus One just posted up the best Too Long Didn't Read version I could think of in regards to what happened right there.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I can't believe it. However, what I can believe is I think that the guy is actually live as we speak. How about we do like a live little illegal restream? This is current day. It's a chill podcast, guys. I can't believe I'm going to give his channel a view. The things you do for content, I guess. It's not even gambling, it's just mobile gaming addiction. Based take, indeed. All right, ladies and germs.
oh, she's just coming here to go through the motions of pumping out a piece of
Current day.
Because then what happens is
Filbert.
you're crossing over the realm of private.
We're gonna start from the beginning. Yuck. And then we're also gonna add some free use juice to this. It just, I don't know, guys. It just pisses me off. You look at this. This is what passes for 100,000 a year. Well, well, well. This is the YouTube side. Welcome, Lieutenant Mao. This is new to me. Well, welcome. What a child would make. I mean, he doesn't do any of his own stuff, so it's all like fans, and he's not a children's entertainer. A huge shout out to everybody hanging out with us
Good
across
morning,
YouTube
everyone,
and
welcome
Twitch.
to the Level 1 Podcast.
Oh, and let's boo this motherfucker.
Ooh, today is Sunday. And I'm excited for that. I always like doing the Proof React show over on DSP React, but also this week we're doing Retro React, which is me reacting to my old playthroughs from yesteryear. This week it's going to be...
His retro racist reacts, by the way. He had a poll up, and then he was like, what do you guys want to see me react to next? And everybody wanted him to do the Heavy Rain react because obviously he was an absolute shithead during that playthrough.
2010, the original Heavy Rain run, which is now
There it is.
15 years old.
Now I can spy through here. Yes,
So
you
it should
can
be pretty
feel free
exciting
to internet
watch
stalk
that back
me at
together
your
for
heart's
the very first
content.
time. So on today's show,
Not only is that
what I'd
kind
like
of
to do is discuss
behavior
with all of you
encouraged, it is
what's been going on in regards
highly
to my
recommended.
content.
I'm
various
already
different
subscribed
things.
to your
Actually, hold
channel.
on one second because it looks like the chair once again needs to move right because we moved it for
I
co-op.
tried streaming through here,
and I
but
can
it's
never seem to
hard.
get it back
It
to the right
is.
spot.
It is. But thanks
think
to
that's
the
the right
fact
spot.
that
Check that.
you can dual stream now on Twitch and YouTube, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to
Yeah,
increase
I'm
my
more centered
reach.
now, right? I think I'm always
Clear
off
your
slightly,
throat, sway
but
left
I
to
think I'm more
right.
centered. Anyway, yes. So
There's one snort.
what I'd like to do today is
Are we
get caught
counting
up on everything
snorts?
because after yesterday, a few things now are changing and need to be adjusted, and we got to figure stuff out. Notably, we have a stream scheduled
It's
for
for
this
his
week that I
business.
don't know what I'm going to
True.
do for it, and we could talk about that and try to figure out what we want to do that night.
So, Marionette, whenever you come
But outside
across
of that, next
a
week
thing that we mentioned
was
about
already
this
going to be a
guy,
short
there's
streaming week,
literally
and so
probably going to
kinda
be 4 or
readjusting
5
that
layers
schedule,
of references above it.
as well,
and
based on what
I'll
just
be
happened.
more than
But
happy
anyway,
to explain.
so let's talk a little bit about this to get
any
caught
of
up.
that.
No real notable game news or anything like that today. I checked, and nothing really going on.
I'm going to have to try that. Let me know if you need any
Likely,
help. I could
we're gonna have a more chill
gladly
day. I will say
offer
this as
some
we open.
assistance because it was a
New
pain in the
suggestions
ass.
thread
I'm
is
not
live
even going to
on the
lie.
community tab of DSP Gaming. You can post up a
Shakes
idea
and
of
sways
constructive
are due to
criticism,
alcoholism.
to
Oh
let
my
me
God.
review it on one of these podcasts and hopefully apply those things.
I think one of the
to my
better
content,
things about this
if they
whole
make sense, and if we all agree, hey, this is something that maybe should be
community
done.
too is it's actually full of
And not
people
everything
that
that's suggested is
are,
going to be completely
you know,
adopted,
across many
nor
different types
even,
of like genres
considered,
of
depending on
work and
what it is.
expertise.
For example,
There's literally a psychiatrist
I can already tell you that people say
that
things like,
kind of
don't do
really, but
podcasts,
psychoanalyzes
completely drop
these
this
events
giant
and these
segment of the
arcs and
podcast
stuff like that.
everyone listens to every day, and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna discuss it though. Right?
That's how I got pulled in. He started talking
go
about
over it on the
Comcast
show
shit, and so of
if
course
you
I had to
submit
say,
it. So-
actually.
And by the way,
there's
I
two.
apologize. My post-nasal drip's bad this morning. I'm hoping that it'll get better.
I work with doctors. I'll share this with them.
Over the course of the show, but it's going crazy. It's up here in my sinuses. It's down in my throat. It's gross. I hate it.
It is
That's why
gross.
I've
So
been dealing with
turn
this
off the fucking mic.
All right. So let's go ahead. Oh, by the way, how do you use the suggestion box? Main channel page of this channel on the community tab. There's a thread, or you can type *suggestion into the chat, and the command will
that's
pop
putting
up.
you to
Or every
sleep.
15 minutes on the live chat, also it should pop up. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get caught up. Let's talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. So
Oh, I can't
after
wait.
our chill podcast to start the day,
Very chill. Welcome back, Elijah.
we jumped into Baldur's Gate 3 and happily
Only
I
Ice
can finally
Infinite.
tell you-
Stop. Everything stop. Everything stop. Look in the lower right corner there. Only Ice Infinite has become a member. What is wrong with you? Mouth drooling, idiot.
We finished Act 2. The game
Only iced
completely beat
coffee,
around the
by
bush
the
trying to
way.
finish it. Like, basically the whole first hour of the stream was the very final content in the underneath the Moonrise Tower area. The boss fight, per se, which actually was kind of a pushover, in my opinion. Thought it was going to be way harder than it looked. It looked challenging, and it ended up being super easy. Then there was an hour of, like, epilogue, meaning you kind of walk
The
around
King
again
Whale.
in the
Well,
active
between
area, and different characters
Only
you
Iced
talk to find out what
Coffee
happens to them, stories
and
stuff like that. And then there's a random
Canadian
fight that comes out
Kurt,
of nowhere, and then you
the
basically get
racist.
to Act 3. Now, I can already say this. Act 3 already starting great. There was immediately a big action sequence that happened that was kind of interesting. And boom, you run head on into big plot and elaborations on things that you've been wondering the entirety of the game, which is neat. I'm happy because I'm getting explanation out of stuff that I was wondering, who's this, what's that. Problem is, it took so long
I hate
to get
looking
to
at
it
this man.
that we ran out of time.
I do it a lot more than I care to.
And I
admit.
can't help but think that this game, if it just had better pacing and less beating around the bush, it would be a better game. Like, if you're at the end of an act and everything is culminating in the end of that act, okay, we're going to storm this tower, right? Imagine if you could do it within 2 hours, you're done. You do the fights, you do the boss fight, you get all your plot, you're into Act 3 in 2 hours, great movement. Instead, it's like 9 hours,
You see, this is him, like, casting the idea of how video games should be through his lens. He's only seeing it through his lens because he's like, why are these games so long? Why are these games so long? It's not for just you. It's not just for people that stream it, put it on the conveyor belt, beat the game so that they can get the day one views, and then it's off to the next one. I've been playing a game for the past 10 years, the same game. There's a new expansion coming out this summer. I'm going to be playing it for another 10 years. And he's like, oh my god, this game is like too long. Why can't it just be like a 2 hour long movie?
to get to that point.
Who the heck plays short games
Just the way
only?
the
Now,
game's
remember
paced.
when you were playing
And
16
at
and
this
you were
point,
like,
I think that
am
actually
I
is one of my
close to
major
being done yet?
criticisms,
And then I
is
kept
that
laughing at
how
you.
much is too much? Does it start to feel a little
Fuck video
bloated?
games. I hate them.
And I
Watch
get
me
it.
and
If you're
Kat
someone
play a
who's
game
so
of Play
immersed
Tonight and donate.
in this game.
Honestly prefer
and
lengthy
everything
games.
you're doing
Same,
in your
true.
life right now is playing Baldur's
puts
Gate
no
3
effort
and you're
into
obsessed with
anything.
Baldur's Gate 3 and all of its characters and all of its lore in the universe.
He puts a
Maybe
lot of
you're
effort
loving
in
it,
the
but for me,
begging.
it's like at some point I would like to just sit down and play it and be like, I know today in my 3 hours I'm
Play it off stream then, dummy. Play it off stream.
gonna make good progress. And half the time it's like that's not the case. I sit down and I go to play and I do 2 battles and like
Yeah,
get a
I
little bit
did.
of a cutscene and it's like the
But I
it's
loved
over.
it. Was
The
lengthy.
stream's over.
Probably my favorite playthrough.
But I thought we were
really.
finishing Act 2. No. Continues. Another 2 streams before you get to the end of it. So it is.
You
it
didn't
almost
even beat
makes me
Titan
feel
yet, and you were like,
stressed out.
BM,
because here I
is
am.
the game over yet?
playing
And I was
Baldur's
like,
Gate 3,
what?
Finally finishing the act. And I've been telling you 2 streams. It's the end of Act 2. The end of Act 2. Finally, Act 2 ends. We're starting Act 3. Oh my God, giant plot. And now I don't have time to do it because it took so long for Act 2 to end. They really beat around the bush so much, right? So. The good news is, I feel like when we play it again on Tuesday, it's going to be super exciting because we're right in the midst of a big plot.
I remember
dump
him
to
playing
figure out what's going on,
Morrowind, and I
I'm happy for
edited
that.
out
I
him
want the
reading
answers.
chat.
It's one of the major things I like
of
about the game.
3-hour
is
stream.
The plot keeps you
He only
thinking.
had like 20 minutes of actually
And
playing.
get you interested
And that's
in
another
what's
thing of it too. He was bitching about how games are too long. It takes too long to play these games. However, like the way he plays the games, it could literally be like the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo, which is probably 2 hours if you're being generous. He could sit there and stretch out that game for way longer than that. Well, because I wanted to be prepared. Every time you would say Lemo.
What's next or what's really going on behind the scenes because it's not as it appears. Right now, we just got a big plot twist at the end of that last part of Baldur's Gate 3 that I wasn't expecting. I'm like, oh, okay, so let's figure it out.
It was
And then,
great,
I'm
though,
already
seeing the
10 minutes
final
over the end of
boss
my stream. I
play
gotta go.
again.
Gotta wait till the next session. When's the next
Feeling
session?
called out.
Tuesday. I gotta wait till Tuesday to play it again, right? And figure this out.
No.
Anyway,
he didn't have to wait till Tuesday.
so,
He could literally play it
with all
anytime
that
he
going
wants.
on, I'm happy that we
Boneless
made the progress
is
we did.
charismatic,
I'm happy
though.
to play it again on Tuesday and continue on with the story and get firmly, hopefully, into Act 3 over the
He does
course
look.
of
He
this next
has.
week, because
He
remember,
has something wrong.
We've got
with him,
about
obviously it's the
just
king's
over a week
disease, the
left
king of hate. He's got the gout.
before Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, and by the
Rebirth
way,
comes out.
when Final
Fantasy
Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out,
that
I
is
will not
when,
be watching this guy.
I'm going to be heavily focusing on
He
that
is
game. That's
not going to
be my major
ruin this game
for
for
the
me.
day.
I will
So,
play it on my
Baldur's
own
Gate's gonna
time,
essentially take a back
and
seat
I
to
will
that.
I'll take a
And I don't know if
vacation
that
from
means
Phil
Baldur's
just
Gate will be
because I
night
don't
streams or
want
if we'll
him
do, like, 1 or 2
staining
daytime
anything
streams
about
rather
this
than the
game. I don't
3+
want to
that
know
I'm
what he's doing. I
You know,
don't
we
know
gotta figure it out.
I don't care
But I
what
can
his
tell you that I'm
thoughts
gonna
are
be
about the
playing
game.
a lot
That's how much I
of
care
Final
about
Fantasy
it.
VII Rebirth, and I hope that it's great. It looks great, right? Like everything about Rebirth looks great, and I'm hoping that it'll bring people to the streams again who haven't been around for a while. Because I'll be honest,
He's hoping that more people will come to the streams and pay him. This is what he's talking about. He always bundles in the support along with the viewership and the interaction. Well, it's not just about the donations. He'll say it's about people coming through, seeing the streams, having a great conversation, and then also supporting.
honest, all the stuff I'm playing at this point is ongoing playthroughs. All the new games have
He
stuff.
talks
Let's be
nonstop
honest,
on
if you
one
take a look at
breath
all
and
the new
says
games that have come out
or
recently,
snorts.
either they're not something
I'm also very bad at this. I'm trying to not say or and all the time when I'm doing this. I listen to these things back, and then whenever I hear them, I kind of cringe. So I guess it's working. I'm going to have to keep working on it, though. I feel bad for other games. I'm going to be stuck on Rebirth. True. I bet he gets a job. Clearly, he hates doing this. Well, he makes more money doing this than a full-time job. There's actually somebody on Twitter that counts up all the money that he made for the day. Like, down here somewhere, there'll be the top tip and the last super chat amount and the top tippers and all. It's funny. He'll say, my money and how much money I make is none of your business when he gets mad. But of course, 80% of his streams is him talking about what his financial situation
that I would play, like Helldivers 2. It's an online co-op action game. I'm not going to play that. Or games that suck ass, like Suicide Squad, so I'm just going to skip it, right? There really hasn't been anything great recently, and so all of my playthroughs have stagnated. All of the viewer base...
Not the gameplay. Him. He has stagnated.
Has gone down. All of the view attendance on streams has gone down.
When he
the one thing that
needs
reinvigorated
money,
attendance
it's
was co-op
we.
with Cat,
When
and now
he
we're about
gets
to talk
money,
about what
it's
happened with that
his.
last night, okay? So, all that being said,
Shout out
excited
to that
for
being
more Baldur's Gate
said.
3. Tuesday, we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, and after that, we're doing Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday. Yeah. So basically, we have 5 major streams of Baldur's Gate 3 left before Final Fantasy 7. Another 15 hours of gameplay. So we'll be, if we play on pace here,
that's going to be
we will actually be 100
sure
hours into the
to
game
through.
when Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth starts. So I guess we'll see what happens. Okay,
We can do this.
Now,
we can do that.
That was
turns
last,
into it's
yesterday's
none of your
daytime
business.
stream.
Idiot.
Guess what?
True.
Something very annoying happened yesterday. So I go to upload all those videos and everything's fine.
Detective
I come back into
Elijah
the
here
office,
spitting
and now
facts.
Kat and I have to set up for our co-op, which takes a little bit longer. You know, have to move the chairs over, realign the camera, get the microphone in the right spot, get the...
Oh, and by the way, this is the craziest thing. I don't know if he has like the capacity to understand the things that he says out loud. I think social grace is lost in this guy. Any type of tact is completely is non-existent. When he debuted his wife, the first thing out of his mouth was, "No, this isn't a pregnancy announcement." And if you looked at Kat, she's thick. He said it, and you could see like the ping on her face, like, "You mother
Speed up,
dumb bitch! Why the fuck do you even say that?" And then he kept going, like, what?
Audio going. And so I go to do that, and I notice
There
that
was
part
another
86
point to that, but I
of the Baldur's
forgot
Gate
it
3 playthrough, right now it's
midstream, so I
87 parts.
apologize.
Part 86 uploaded
I'm
to
sure it'll come
81%
back to me.
and stuck and never finished. And I'm scratching my head like, what caused this? Was it that YouTube had an issue with their server? This has happened sometimes. You go to upload a video to the server, and for some reason the server won't accept the rest of the video, so you got to start the upload over. Is that what it is? I don't know. Is the video corrupted? So I go to play it. No,
Alex
the
the
video plays
Lion
perfectly
says,
on
"I
my
saw
PC.
the new
There's no
trailer,
issue."
the new Sonic Series Knuckles, but it's coming on
So it's not an
April
issue that it's a corrupted
26th." I
video.
saw that
So I don't know
too.
what's going
My
on,
buddy
right?
showed me
And
the
I'm like, at this
teaser
point,
trailer.
I can't figure it out. I don't have time. We have to do our late stream, our co-op stream. So we have to get that going. So, you know, I jump into that instead. I say,
Sonic
okay,
the
I'll tackle
Hedgehog
this issue
fans are
later. So
eating
we'll talk about that in a bit.
good.
What happened?
We got
Because
the
already
Sonic
people are wondering
3
what happened, why did it come out so late?
movie
and
coming
people are
out.
criticizing how
I don't
it
even.
looks. I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Do we
in a
see
second,
2?
okay? So
We see Sonic 2.
basically,
Sonic 2.
we did our co-op
Before
stream
Sonic 3
last night, which
comes out.
was
And
Kat
then
I
Knuckles.
streaming
Huh?
Doko Island. This is our second session of this
It's already
virtual
been- we're talking
island
about Sonic
community
3.
that's a
And
hybrid
then
between, say,
Knuckles.
Animal Crossing
And then
or Disney
Knuckles.
Dreamlight
Show.
Valley or other
There's a
similar
movie and a
style
show.
games like that. And
We saw
the
Sonic
goal
1. Well, that
last
was when
night
they
was to
were-
hit 3-star rating on our resort, because when you hit a 3-star rating is when you get your next big reward of money that you can spend in the real game outside of the Doko
right.
Island. So we sat down to do it, and first of all, just
The
to be
movie must have been
completely
very
transparent,
eventful
already
because
I
I
could tell
don't
it was
even
a stressful
remember.
day for my wife. She had a bunch of other stuff going on. She was running around. She had dinner and everything. And I could tell
But
that
the
she
real
was here.
question is, will
Already
Sonic
she was,
keep
like,
his
pissed off with
arm
other
colors
stuff
the
that had nothing
same?
whatsoever to do with the stream. She was happy to be here. She wanted to do it. But that, you know, already you can tell, like, that's already the bad, the bad start, right? And so we sit down to do it.
Oh, he's
and we
he's
start to play, and
explaining
we're having
why
fun. We're
Kat
having
was
fun
such a
again. Like, oh, this is
bitch
cool.
last night.
We're jumping in, we're building again and everything. And what ended up happening was a couple
Don't
of things,
call
all right?
anybody.
Number one,
You're doing it wrong. Bring her on cam and
when you
exploit
get people
her.
in the chat who want to keep trying and asking silly questions, like for example, people are asking her about how she does her beauty stuff. Like, this is not a beauty stream. She's not going to sit here and
I
talk
think
to you about
Shadow
her
is coming in the
skincare
movie.
routines and how she
I'm
does
a
makeup and stuff like
cook.
that. It's supposed to be a fun co-op gameplay stream. You know,
If
you were to
Shadow
ask me about my daily
pulls out
routine, about how I
the
do
gun
stuff, I'm not gonna sit here and
akimbo.
talk about that all day either. You know
And
what I mean?
anyways, I
So you get
started
questions,
blasting.
questions like that. It's like, so you want to respond to everyone in the chat. When you get people starting to ask silly things like that, it's like, now you know, now you got to start picking and choosing the commentary that you want to do and talking with who you want to talk about, right?
All right, first off, fuck that, and fuck him for thinking that, because as we're sitting here talking about the guy and just chopping it up, I'm having an incredible time. It's almost been 2 hours, and we haven't even touched a lick of gameplay yet on the PlayStation, and he should be thankful for any type of interaction that he has with his audience. If he's sitting here talking about, oh, well, you guys were just asking some really dumb questions, like, why fuck you?
And yes, I'll
Respectfully
be honest, there were a couple
and
people
in
who were
Minecraft.
basically excited to be there today. They definitely, and it's not just one person, but it's a few people who are like, I want my question answered, so I'm going to spam it 400 times in the chat. Boom, 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 boom. It's like, oh, you know, it's draining. Because this is something that I literally
Interacting with the chat is draining.
do all day, every day. I'm used to it. Kat is not. Kat is not a streamer. So she's seeing it firsthand.
She is a streamer. She was streaming before you kidnapped her and then holded her up in the snore fort.
And now she's starting to see the kind of stuff that I have to handle literally every single day. And it starts to get to you. Like, oh my God, every time you look at the chat, it's the same people, the same questions, the same thing over and over.
It's Derek being a pest. What's your favorite ice cream? Mine is mango.
Oh my God, right? But then in combination with that, so I would say, last time when we did it, earlier in the week, it was more first time doing it, It was more fun because it was the early stages of the Dondoko Island where everything's getting set up. You're having your first guest. You're doing your initial setup. It's a lot more interesting and fun, okay? And I'll be honest, people were excited to see her back. Remember, she hadn't been on a stream in a few weeks. So it was exciting to see her back. People had genuine, interesting questions and things like that, correct? But then, last night...
But then these
not
mouth-drooling
only are we coming
idiots...
back only a few days after the last co-op session, so it's relatively quick since the last one we did, but now the game is becoming way more grindy. And what I mean by that is, in 2 hours, our first session, we got 2-star levels. So it was level 1, level 2, double rewards, big momentum. It took us the entirety of last night's stream to hit 3-star resort level.
And you would think the guy that gets paid to play video games for a living would actually catch on to this. This is how every game is, my guy. They want you to get invested in it right off the jump. They want to get you all the sparklies, all the good things. They want to front load all of the good stuff when you first play the game so that you have continued, motivation to continue playing it. And then it settles you into, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, the gameplay loop. The people that follow and continue to watch support are to blame. He continues to act the way he does as long as people keep babying him for support. Mal with the facts right there. Getting rewarded for bad behavior. And if you had checked out some of the other videos, the other streams back on the youtube.com/bm2kx archive, we've seen Kat as a content creator before she linked up with Phil, and now we've seen her literally be a copy and paste job of him. She had her own personality, she had her own channel, but once she linked up with Phil, all of the social media was gone. She doesn't stream anymore. And then she was brought in front of the camera on his terms, on his stream. This is almost just like what just happened with, is anybody familiar with King Cobra JTS? Since we're talking about lolcows here. Shout out to King Cobra, who finally broke that 6-year dry spell, but probably got some girl pregnant who is literally crazy. So what I'm learning here is being a huge jerk and racist will get me big money. Yes. Why do you think we're being toxic on the internet right now? Apparently it does.
Okay? So it's a grind at this point. It's like, you got to keep building more stuff. You got to build the right stuff to appease the guests. You got to keep collecting and crafting items to get your popularity rating up. You got to be clearing the new areas of the island and then cleaning them out and then raising enough money to buy them.
This is like literally a first world problem.
The fight the intruders. Do this, do that.
Oh, there's just so much to do in this game. I don't even know where to start.
Right? Now, the one thing
big money for BM2KX, I'm trying.
Last night that was interesting.
I'm telling you what, though. Once I latched onto the coattails of Darkside Phil
in reality,
and the cinematic Detractor universe,
your Sujimon, which is basically their take on Pokemon, right?
And there's a big crossover too, because there are detractors out there that are fans of Dance Dance Revolution,
you don't have to use them in combat,
pro wrestling,
over time naturally for free.
Mortal Kombat and Tekken. The Venn diagram of all these different things that I enjoy and all these different communities are crossing over and cross-pollinating
to do things on the island. And then there's a final area where they're farming and they'll give you vegetables so that you can now craft other items.
Oh my god, he's going on about this.
The thing is, there's literally nothing there of substance.
Yeah, literally, there's nothing there of substance.
And then you just have to wait.
Sometimes he says the right thing.
And that's the big new thing they add for like between 2 and 3-star rating. That's supposed to appease you. It doesn't really appease anything. It's kind of boring, So basically, here's what happened. We played for 1 hour, and after that hour, here's the thing. I can read my wife. I can tell when things when she has a
guys. He can read his
Number one, I
wife.
could tell she was getting tired.
He can read his wife. The chat was also reading his wife, and his wife was miserable. And huge shout out to everybody that restreamed it live last night. I can't do that. I need to watch the highlights. Literally the highlights that Snort and Duty and Chill and all them put out there.
She's not
I can't sit through raw Phil.
She's not used to
literally,
so
I need the lens of a detractor in order to
soreness or back pain, from
make the medicine go down.
I could tell, interacting.
I mean, even a clock with post-nasal drip is right twice a day.
So the game getting kind of boring. She's getting tired.
Y'all got bullets in the chamber.
Of meeting with the chat. So it was kind of like the trifecta of, oh god, this is kind of not working right now, right? So basically, after about an hour, I asked her, would you like me to jump in? And that way, we can tag out. Basically, I can play, and you can just help me with some of the suggestions or whatever. So he said, yes, that's what we did. So I started playing in the second hour. And even that day I started playing, I was bored. Like I was fucking starting to not no kidding. I'm sitting here with my wife next to me with a live stream of hundreds of people, and my eyes are starting to droop.
I have double-digit people here in the chat with me right now, and I'm hyped. Like I wouldn't even want to stop. How could somebody be bored with a couple hundred people in their channel? How do we get a couple hundred people watching this channel? I mean, I'm sure most of them are like detractors and sock accounts, but like even still.
I was like, dude, this is fucking boring. Like, wow. And then, so basically, here's the thing.
He just said he's bored with his wife. There was... I love corrupting Marionette's mind with all of this stuff because they don't even know half of it. He will say these things out loud and not be aware of the thing that he's saying. It's incredible.
Like, wow,
he has no awareness
like, now
whatsoever.
she's realized, like, when I did it myself, she was doing it in the living room.
His internet was dropping in and out. And in fact, I was the one that was doing it. I have the kill switch. The kill switch is right here. Even though I quit my job at Comcast 2 years ago, I still have the internet kill switch for his internet specifically. And his chat, for some reason, he was kicked off the internet. He wasn't able to stream, but he was streaming. Make that make sense. And then he was like complaining, obviously, that he couldn't stream, he couldn't make money. And all he could really do is be at home with his wife. And so his chat was like, well, how about you hang out with his wife? He's like, well, what are we going to do? There's no internet. What? Any footage of my pro wrestling, if you go to youtube.com/BM2KX. In fact, I can drop the command right here. You can see a lot of my pro wrestling matches, including matches that I've had with AEW superstar Action Andretti and Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champion Bishop Khan, and much, much more. He can't play with her. He doesn't know what to do with the parts. Oh, no. And then for the most recent stuff, you can search MCW Pro Wrestling on YouTube. We actually have a members section and a free section of our live events. We most recently had 2 back-to-back shows, MCW Pro Wrestling Anniversary. And then we kicked off our MCW Pro Wrestling Winter Blast Tour in Hollywood, featuring former WWE superstar Matt Riddle, who was awesome, by the way. Getting to hang out with him the entire weekend was excellent. Really cool guy. He's like disabled and in denial. We're all a little disabled in our own special way. My superpower is I'm deaf in one ear. Handy capable.
On the couch casually, right? Relaxed atmosphere. There's no pressure to make progress. If she got bored, she could leave and go play more of the game and then go back to
progress.
It wasn't like,
or
oh,
profit.
we're really concretely for 2.5 hours just trying to make progress in it. So what happens is you take a mode that's meant to be more like a casualized mode that you do from time to time.
Casualized. It's a caramelized mode.
For your game, and you turn it into like work. And it doesn't actually work like that. It gets boring when you treat it like that.
Cat needs new hardware.
If it were more riveting or interesting or actual meaningful progress in the story or gameplay,
Cat
I would
left
have loved it.
Subaru
But instead,
Man
it just ends up feeling
for
like a boring
Toyota
grind,
Man.
and it doesn't really work like that. I think it's more meant to every once in a while you go back and you grind it, and then you break it up with progress in the game, and then you go back again. So yeah, basically it got really boring. And so basically what happened was,
did I miss him taking
after
a
about
big
an hour and a
sip?
half,
I need to match
or maybe an hour 45 minutes, because we were nearing the end of the stream anyway. I think it was like 20 minutes left on what I had scheduled to do for the stream. I said to her, I can tell you're not having a good time. You know, do you want to take off? And she's like, yeah, I do. I was like, all right, well, thanks. Thank you for joining us. I'm so happy she gave it a shot, right? I mean, that was about 4 to 5 hours of gameplay of Dondogo Island that she helped us with and made great progress. I wouldn't have made as much progress as I did in it if I'd done it for myself. So I'm happy that she was here to help us and get as far as we did. And by the way, we did hit the 3-star resort rating. We did it. So I got another big reward. Now I have
we? She did all the work. You read the chat and banned people that were calling her
when I actually
fat.
played again on Monday night. We're going to actually have tons of progress.
Into the heat of battle.
I can't wait to play it again tomorrow night and reap the rewards of everything that we just did over the last
Oh, we're by no means body shaming
but,
or making fun of her appearance. In
admittedly,
fact, she's
we were
got the
hoping for something
pixie
better.
cut,
We were hoping
and her
to do the
makeup
whole
did be
thing.
looking
We were hoping
nice.
it was going to be more interesting, and quite frankly, the mode just doesn't hold up, you know. And again, after having talked to Kat after the stream, she was like, "Yeah, it's not that she was upset or anything." But she was just feeling so fatigued because, number one, again, she's not a streamer. She's not used to sitting here for 2-3 hours in a row, not getting up, not stretching, not taking a break. She's not used
Lies. Lies. If you play any Bethesda game, you're essentially in it for the long haul. True. Marionette's got it right.
in this chair. And again, when she did it herself, she was in the living room downstairs. She could take breaks. She could trade tag in and out to do the main story. So it wasn't boring. This was becoming incredibly boring doing it the way that we were doing it for her. And again, it wasn't like I tell you, like it's kind of similar to, I would say, the 2 weeks that we did the Q&A. The first week that we did Q&A in January, it was refreshing because
it was refreshing because they made $300. Whenever you hear him trying to explain away why something was good or why something was bad, just equate it all back to how much money was made during that endeavor. That's literally all you have to do. There's no other reason or explanation. He's just trying to dress it up so that he's not a beggar.
Tons of interesting
Even
questions.
if he just
People,
said, hey guys,
well,
he actually does, and we make
that was really awesome.
for that
the
too,
second
but
time
it's
we
like,
did
just
Q&A,
be
it kind of got played out because
honest
now you got
about
people coming asking the same questions, running out of interesting questions. Now the questions are getting more intrusive
Ace
and more
Crusher.
private and stupid things.
That was actually my finisher. When
And
I
that's
won
kind of what we felt like
matches.
happened, like last night, having done the back-to-back co-op so quickly. It just wasn't really fun. And that's the thing is, if we're gonna do it, if Kat's gonna come on stream and hang out with us, we want to be fun. We want it to be a special time, something interesting, something notable, something meaningful. Not we're just grinding through a game now, and who cares if it's fun or not, and we're all bored doing it, but who cares, right? It's stupid. Like, what's the point then? I might as well just stream anything else, right? So, yeah, basically, it's. Let me put it this way.
I did wrestle DJZ. Yep, very cool. Yep, when RCW in our neck of the woods popped up, they featured me prominently on their programming. I was even their cruiserweight champion for a time. I was even featured on their local late night television. So that was really cool.
It's not a bad thing.
I got to work
that
with
it
a
turned
lot
out
of
that way
cool
because
people.
we
In
hit
fact,
a
Scott
major milestone.
Steiner for
I've raised
one.
so much money in the game that now when we play it again,
Tito
I'm gonna make major
Santana,
progress and strides.
wrestle
Well, I'll be
DSP
honest,
next.
Even after,
I want to cut a
I don't know if I wanna go
promo
back to that mode. I think Dondoko
inside of a steel
is
cage and
basically
call him out.
a
Be
mode
like,
that if you
all
want
right,
to kill time
brother.
and get these extra rewards, you can do it. And at this point in the game, it was
He brought
important because I
enough
need that
levels.
money to make good progress in the game. But there's other ways in
I'd
Life
fly
Dragon
him
as well
across
to level up
the
and
country.
or get money. Like for example, once I get
Country?
better gear and stuff,
Continent?
I'll be able to take on the higher levels of the optional dungeon. And that optional dungeon pays a ton of money and a bunch of great items as well. It's not just about the money outcome, but also having a bunch of big rewarding items too. So I feel like this is probably the end of us doing that co-op. I don't think we're gonna want to do it again. And I don't think I even want to do it myself again, solo. I don't think I ever want to go back and do Dondoko Island. And it was funny because we're nearing the end of this.
I never rage quit anything. Hard cut to him rage quitting a bunch of games.
Train. And Slayer was here helping out with modding. And he goes, oh, so when you play it like a dragon, you should do the Sujimon stuff. I was like, do the Sujimon stuff. Like, we just did 5 hours of boring-ass grinding in this Dondoko Island, and now you think I want to go do Sujimon grinding? Are you out of your mind? Absolutely not. That is the opposite of what we're doing. When we go back to the main game, we are going to make major progress. We're going to take the new jobs. We're going to unlock more jobs. We're going to buy equipment. We're going to level up. We're going to do fun side mission questing and quirky stuff in the city. That's fun. We're going to make story progress. The last thing I want to do is get stuck into another side mini-game thing that takes 10 hours to finish and is incredibly boring. So...
what a goddamn idiot. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and everybody in between. I need everybody in the chat across YouTube and Twitch to help me in welcoming Bruce Odyssey to the stream. Holy shit, brother. What up, here? Perfect timing because today is Sussy Baka Sunday, brought to you by the Magical Butter Machine. I am Liddy, tore up from the floor up. Bruce Odyssey be laying down some sick tracks on their stream. Excellent visuals. And then I think Mrs. Odyssey also does a stream. So I'm playing Decay, something of Decay the other day. Nice. How are you, my friend? I hope you're enjoying your Sussy Baka Sunday. I am thoroughly inebriated thanks to the Magical Butter Machine. Brought to my attention by the legendary tabletop bong guy. A fellow Canadian. We don't fat shame, but I will jaw shame. That's Attack on Titan level jaw. Oh my god. King be cruel. Going for the head. Let me see if I can fix this. And this is true. We do not fat shame. We love our big, beautiful women. I came over here and I forgot what I was going to do. I'm sure it was an overlay, so let's start there. YouTube chat, there we go. Boom. Do me a favor, King Be Cruel. Sound off in YouTube real quick. I'll do so as well. I need something to pop up over here. We do have a large contingency of Canadians that enjoy this content. We don't fat shame, we fact shame. I love it. There we go. I will turn off this monitoring though. This is bothering me. What a plot twist. The monitoring was off the whole time.
Yeah. So
There's
to-
like a
to
15-second
summarize,
delay. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta work on that.
Kat and I thought that we were going to do all of Dondoko Island.
I'm in
We're not doing all of
no-
Dondoko Island. We got this 3-star level, which is
I'm
essentially
in
like the
no
halfway point,
position
and we're
to
tapping out now.
troubleshoot
We're bored.
at the
Okay,
moment.
we don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again solo, regardless of co-op. I don't even want to do it again. I think it's boring. I don't really feel like going back and spending more time.
What
doing
I
it,
should do
okay?
is wait
We got
until it
out of
pops up on
what
the
we need to
screen,
get out of
not
it.
in the
It's now going
chat,
to help
in
the
order
playthrough
for
moving forward.
me to
okay?
react to it.
Kat is not upset or anything. She just was hoping that it was going to go better and be interesting, and she's now realizing, wow, it's nowhere near as fun doing it like this a second time where we're turboing through it. Again, if this was being done casually, slowly, over time, that's different than, oh, dedicated night streams just to do Dondoko, right? So, that's that for that. But of course now,
That's that for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we just came up with a brand new thing. That's that for that.
a couple things happened. Number one, it kind of sucks because this was the co-op we were planning to do for a bit. You know, it was supposed to be 10 to 15 hours. We only played 5. So we essentially did 1/3 of what we were hoping to do. We were hoping that this co-op would last a few weeks, and now it lasted
1/3,
2 sessions,
just like how we lost
right? And now it's
1/3
done.
of his.
So number one, yeah, people were spending a lot more
income
co-op
this
and
past month
there's no co-op
because
right,
of
that's
them
number one.
damn dirty Argentinians.
So number two, where do you go from here? Because right now, there really are no co-op games out or coming out that we're really interested in. Like, she has 0 interest in Helldivers, okay? So that's not happening. We talked about other games, like everyone keeps saying stuff like, what about It Takes Two and stuff like that? She's not interested in that. You know, we have to do something that we're going to be interested in, so that will be, it's not us sitting here being boring. And
No
just doing it
worries,
for work.
Elijah.
Again,
We'll
that's what I'm
still be
emphasizing.
here.
If my wife's going to be involved in my content, it has to feel fun, it has to feel special, and it has to feel like something we're interested in. Not,
By
oh,
the
she's
way,
here to go through the motions of pumping
can
out
you
pieces
also
of
see this?
content. Because then what happens is,
like in
you're
the upper
crossing over
corner,
the
if
realm
you're
of
watching
private,
this one
personal
desktop,
with work.
because I know you
And
got
I've
picture
done
in
that
picture
before.
when you can do ads.
Many times. I mean, realize, you know, other people in my private life, you know, back in the day, who were involved in my content, and when you force it to just be work, it doesn't work. Okay, I know that for a fact.
If you force it to be work, it doesn't work.
So,
big sip.
I don't know what comes next. We have to talk about it and try to figure it out. I've got some suggestions. Someone actually sent me a really nice suggestion, and they were like, so here's what you can do from now on. Whenever there's a new piece of hardware, like for example, a new console comes out, or something new that you're getting that you're adding to your setup, or whatever, you can do a live unboxing together. You can both investigate and give your takes on this. You can do the initial setup, hook it up, get whatever it is working. Like, perfect example would be the upcoming Switch 2, right? Let's say it comes out, so we get it, we unbox it.
Whoa. He's talking about the upcoming Switch 2. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
We'll give our opinions on it. We hook it up. We do the initial setup together. We each use the controller and give our takes on it. Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's a lot better than just me doing it. The question
Now
is,
I need to
how often
finish
does that happen?
Tormented
Not very
Souls.
often.
Part 2 was
right?
announced.
That's not a common
May
thing.
stream
Like, oh,
some
you'll
of
do that
it
next week.
tonight. Well,
No,
when you
know,
do, I got you
it
set up
doesn't
on my
happen that often.
notifications.
So that
We'll all
works.
be sure.
Just it's gonna happen
to
every
stop
couple years.
by.
It's not a common thing, right? So you know what else?
Big
do we do?
fan
People
of
are
the
recommending
last
things that
stream
we're
that you
not
had
interested in.
with
Wait,
Tormented
Take Two.
Souls.
These are all the same style of game and really
It looked amazing.
right? So maybe if something new comes out that's co-op and it looks interesting to us, we'll do it together. You know, maybe if there's a game that's a shorter game, but it looks like there could be like maybe co-op commentary. Or something
Welcome
on it.
back, Elijah.
Right? I don't know. You know, one thing that and this is just once in a while, whenever she feels like it, Kat actually comes and does co-op commentary with me on a regular Like a Dragon Infinite Well stream, like the real game, not the fucking Dondoko grind bullshit, but actually just like watching and commenting on the real game together, right? Because I know she likes the game. That maybe could be fun just to have her do it on the regular playthrough. But it doesn't have to be all the time. There's no commitment to time of her coming to do that. It would just be if she feels like it, she could come in and hang out if she wants, you know? And that way there's no pressure. Maybe there'll be a day when she wants to do it and she pops in to
Just
do it.
like
And then another day she
watching.
just doesn't want to do it at all. So there's no promise that she was going to, so it's not a big deal, right? So, I don't know. That's just one idea I had, you know? But outside of that, right now, yeah, I really don't have too many ideas about...
She brings nothing to the content because she's probably
What else
not
would we be doing?
allowed to. Yeah, these are the
you
things
know,
that you
I
can
can tell
and
you this,
cannot
someone
talk
said, what about her doing
about.
React content? She doesn't even
Textbook
like
narcissistic
the show
behavior.
that I do every week. Like, she was liking it during the holidays when we were having
Does it have a
holiday-themed
cardboard
stuff.
cutout?
But
No,
now,
no,
when you watch the show,
no,
and half
no,
the time it's just
no.
random
Cardboard
clips that are
cutout,
completely
that's so
nonsensical stuff
2000 late.
That doesn't appeal to her.
We
You know,
need
for
to
me,
have a
that's kind of the appeal to the show to me
VTuber
because I never know what I'm
cat
gonna watch
up there
next, right? When I do the
with
reaction, I don't know what the next
AI-generated
clip is. It could be
voice
something
response
insightful and
connected to
incredibly
Chat
interesting. It could be
GPT.
on topic to something that we've been doing. It could be a funny comedy video. Or it
And
could be
literally, it's
some
just
guy
everything
standing
that
there
he
going, I
would
like to
say
fart.
because literally
I like to
everything
fart.
that she says
Fart,
now
fart,
is
fart,
what he
fart.
says.
And you know, okay,
AI
maybe I never watched
cat.
that particular clip, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, we get that variety.
This guy's an AI. I can't believe that this guy is for real.
Stuff. It kind of reminds me of like back in the day, like watching like Adult Swim on Cartoon Network.
Oh,
The
don't
shows
you
were so
fucking talk
weird.
about Adult Swim. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna get so mad if he brings up something I love about Adult Swim and then puts his stain on it. All right, fuck me up, fam.
It kind of reminds me of like back in the day, like watching like Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. How the
Don't
shows
do
were so
it.
weird and irreverent, and it basically, you know, that's kind of the gimmick is like you don't know what you're gonna watch next. So I like that about the show. She doesn't. Like, she likes more meaningful clips and stuff. And you don't always get that. Half the time you're watching nonsense on that show, and I get that. So no, she doesn't want to do co-op commentary on GSP versus the internet. She doesn't even really watch it herself. Sometimes she tries to watch it. It's like, oh my god.
Wait a minute, he's telling us that Kat doesn't like DSP versus the internet because it reminds her of Adult Swim. Get the fuck.
It's so stupid, and she tunes out, doesn't even watch it, right?
I can't stand people that agree to everything a person says, even when they're wrong.
Yeah, so like C-Lab, Aqua Teen, or Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Exactly. Like that's kind of like what the
Wait, stop right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. Did he not just fucking drop Space Ghost on us? Stand by. Did he not just talk about Aqua Teen? Did he not just talk about C-Lab? I'm just saying. Deus Marionette. Fuck my wife. Am I right? I have sex with my wife all the time. I don't need video game boobas.
DSP versus the internet show feels like to me. Like we're watching such randomness that at any moment anything can happen, and something stupid happens. Sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's just dumb, right? So,
I will not take this Adult Swim slander sitting down, Phil. You just done fucked up. Expect a strongly worded email in your spam.
See, Sarah,
folder.
and here's where you get it wrong. Because Sarah says, from what you're saying, it sounds like Kat doesn't want to be in the content. Wrong. She wants to be in content that she enjoys being a part of. There's a difference between me sitting here every day, putting out content because it's my job, and I've done it for 15 years, and I enjoy hanging out with you guys.
Human female
and someone
wife
who doesn't do
with
this
all
for a living,
10 fingers
hasn't been
and
doing it for
toes.
15 years, and is honestly feels more like it's work to sit in front of this camera than anything else. She wants to do something that's fun. So we have to find something that would be fun. You understand? It's not that she's not willing to do it. She just wants to have to be putting out, like, again, watch the first.
She wants to be putting out. Oh no, Fruity and Slip. No, don't do it.
January. She's grinning ear to ear the whole time. She's having tons of fun. Watch the first co-op stream we did Wednesday night. Aside from the very end where she got fatigued, which you can tell she was beat by the end, we were having tons of fun the entire time. Compare that to each second session, and you'll see the difference of it's not as fun anymore. Questions have dried up. The game got way boring. That's the difference. So the key is finding the balance of stuff that's going to be fun to do so that it's fun to watch. Do you understand? Not just grinding through something, because then it's not going to be fun for her and she's not going to have a good time, and that's going to come out in the stream, right?
For a 150 tip goal, I'll put on a vest.
So there we go. Get it? Okay. So
It'll be
honestly,
reflective.
there's no rush
Fatigue.
to get her back on the stream. If we have an
Video
idea,
games make
you
me
guys have an
fatigued,
idea.
guys.
Good thing to maybe put in the suggestion box or to talk about, in the chat.
If anything, I
But
get restless.
We've been looking for suggestions. We will look for suggestions, but we're not desperate to have her come back to stream right away to do more co-op or anything like that.
They're
We
desperate
liked how
for money.
Don't give up.
How long it did. We got the
Challenge
progress we needed,
again.
so the playthrough continues now with tons of more money, and thankfully it's because of her and her input that we got that far. But not in any rush to rush back into it if no one's having fun, right? So that's
Dense
what I mean.
Boxer
Let's look into it.
cheered
Let's see.
50 bits
I'm sure
and
you
says,
guys
"What's your
are gonna
favorite
know way more about
pizza
co-op games than I
topping?" How about you pay me 50 bits?
So that's
Bent
that. Okay, so
Doxer.
yes, Don't Go Island, we're done with it. We hit 3
My favorite
level. That's
pizza
as far as we're gonna go. I don't even want to
is
go back to it myself. We got out of it what we needed. The co-op is done for now. We will be looking
Pizza
for
Hut
future
stuffed
opportunities for
crust
fun co-op. We
with
just don't know what it is yet. We have to
buffalo
look into it and try to figure it out.
glaze.
And all of your input is greatly appreciated. Okay?
Anything
Fair enough?
stuffed crust.
Okay, cool. So that's where we ended last night. Now, follow up to the Baldur's Gate issue. After the stream ends, okay, I go to upload everything. I'm like, all right, I'm going to upload part 86 of Baldur's Gate 3 again. So I do. And again, it freezes at 81%.
Derek Loves Lemur tipped
now, I noticed
$1
this
and
at like
says-
midnight. Because, you know, I started uploading the videos at like 10:30. So there's no way I would have known that yet. At midnight, it's like, it's frozen again. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What is going on with this fucking video? There's nothing wrong with it. I can watch the whole video on my PC. Why won't it upload to YouTube? And it's
Oh my god, YouTube is fucking on him again. How about you just live stream it and then keep it up? He has such like this thing where he wants to record it locally on his computer, which is fair, that makes sense, but he wants to upload that to the YouTube, and then it always introduces more problems. I'm live streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now. Used to be, I was live streaming on Twitch, and then I would have the backup uploaded to YouTube, and that was just another extra step. Now that you can stream on both, you can stream on both, guy, by the way, and if you were on Twitch for a full year, you can get your partner affiliation back.
stopped exactly at
Darish
81%.
is
What is going on?
still a
So now it's
pest.
midnight. I don't have time to fucking do anything
If
with
you
it.
go
So
to any
I reached
one
out
of his
to one my editors
12
who usually checks
Twitter
out stuff
accounts,
overnight
you
and does
see
things
the
like
same
thumbnails.
reposts of
And
the
I said,
same
is there
porn
any way
stars.
that you could get
Literally
that
in
video
his
onto the live
bio,
stream
he
and
lists
somehow
his
get it
top
on the
10
channel, because
favorite
if
porn
not,
stars.
tomorrow I'll have to do it. But again, what am I going to do? Like I said,
Another
I can't
fellow
do it during the stream,
Canadian.
so it's going to have to be like a random time. I have to cram it in between streams tomorrow or something to figure this out. So luckily, yes, one of my editors did do that for me. So the part 86 that you see right now that is live on DSP Gaming is because the editor cut it out with the stream. But I guess
Oh, and speaking of his editors, he has editors, by the way, who he doesn't totally communicate with over Discord. His DSP throwback videos, the ones that were upscaled 4K, where it was just the camera being pointed at the screen and him talking in the room with you. Apparently his editors, quote unquote, took footage from another channel's footage of Final Fantasy 13 from a different console. So you'll see footage that he had that was upskilled or whatever. And then spliced into it would be like cutscenes, but it will have prompts off of Xbox. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Fifi, how are you, my friend? First off, before I answer your question, how about we shout you out and sit down because you're in for a long, long story. Is this goddamn kitchen tiles that you're using for DDR pads? Are you using goddamn, what is that type of shoe? Clogs? Oh my god. You're wearing tap shoes.
I'm so good.
What in the hell are we watching? This is incredible. Fifi, I must say, that was probably the greatest Stepmania clip I've ever seen in my entire life. I was practicing my tap solo. Holy heckin' hell, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and everybody in between. I need everybody in the chat to help me in welcoming Shadow to the stream alongside DJ Fifi. I imagine my tap board was a DDR pad, and you tap that ass.
Yeah, I see.
And I just put up a video of Sun-Kissed Drop. Crazy. DJ Fifi, how are you? Let's get Shadow up on the board as well. How is VR chat treating you? Playing some RuneScape, it looks like. VR would like to have a word with you, if that is the case. I love that video, and I'm glad that we shared it with the class. DJ Fifi comes through every Monday through Friday morning during the Stepmania streams.
Pentakill.
And along with the... damn it, I said and. I can't believe it. I caught myself. If only there was like some sort of shot collar that I could wear that would jolt me a little bit every time I went and. I'm sure that they have something out there that does that. Maybe on the dark web. So back to your question, Fifi. I'm sorry, we went off on a tangent. As one is to do here on this channel. I think I just might rename this entire channel Tangent because we always go off the beaten path. Just get a love sense? You mean another one?
So people started complaining, oh, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, okay.
Listen,
why do we hate this guy?
There.
Sit here for 2 minutes and tell me why.
Not accept the video. It doesn't make any sense. Like every other video it accepted yesterday that I uploaded, just not Park 86 didn't like it for some reason. Is it pixelated? I don't know. I'll be honest. I didn't watch it back. Last night, before I went to sleep, I had to watch back 2 more videos for DSP Throwback and Title. So I mean, like every night, the work doesn't just end when the stream goes off. There's hours of behind the scenes work.
Dude,
after the stream ended last night, I had to upload all that content, do the schedule. I had to make the playlist for today's react show, which took another almost 45 minutes. Then I had to try to figure out what was going on with this video. And then, before I went to sleep, then I had to freaking watch back 2 throwback videos to title them properly so that they can go live over the next few days. So, I'm already doing all this shit. It's like, oh my god.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow, Matthew Binksis. I apologize if I said that wrong. If I butchered your name, please do correct me in the chat. I'm so glad that that emoji bukkake fired off the way that it was supposed to. What brings you to this corner of the internet, if you don't mind me asking? I always like to throw a million questions at my followers as they come into the chat. But if you're shy, that is no problem. You're under no obligation.
The fucking stress is people don't realize. They say, oh, content creation is the easiest job. Is it manual labor? No. There's zero manual labor. You could be the wimpiest wimp on the planet. And be
Yeah, he is the wimpiest wimp on the planet. Right now we're sitting here shitting on Darkside Phil. We were shitting on Review Tech USA before that. And we're actually watching the Level 1 podcast on his channel now live. We're actually kind of behind because I keep stopping so we can make fun of the guy together. But we're watching the Level 1 podcast on his channel on the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99, making fun of this guy who
has content creator, right?
brought
but
the community together. Like,
a ton of work
I've now realized that being positive
when shit goes wrong and you can't
know,
figure it out, like what the hell went wrong here, right? It's
going for good content isn't going to pay the bills. You have to be toxic and miserable
days.
just like this guy in order to get anywhere on the platform.
Because we can't actually see what's going on.
Here we
we're out
all
of time because they didn't beat around the bush too much, right? And you can't get this dang video of Baldur's Gate 3 live. The damn thing won't be taken by YouTube. It keeps stopping at 81%. The co-op doesn't go like we planned. Ends up being boring. We don't want to do it anymore. So now that's a monkey wrench thrown into our plans of something that was working well, and that's like, damn, that sucks, right? Then again, the video won't upload. All this shit go.
But for anyone that does not know, the Level 1 podcast is essentially his therapy session where he gets to bitch and moan and complain on the internet. And essentially, he is the perpetual victim. He wants to make people feel so bad for him that they give him money, which is his modus operandi.
Going on, stuck doing work till like 1 in the morning, and it's like So,
imagine this guy had to work a full 8 hours of an actual job. If he's sitting here crying that he had to babysit a download a couple of times, I would hate to see him do any type of manual labor. He's bitching that he's getting money.
The good news is, that was yesterday. Today's a different day. And that's the good thing about being a variety creator, is that I'm not stuck in a rut where every single day I'm doing exactly the same thing and then you get stressed out. I'm not. Today, it's a fresh new day. Everything I'm doing today is different, right?
Is it? Because this literally, you can copy and paste this in every segment that he does. After watching it for such a long time, you can pretty much find his tropes, the way he goes about talking about things. He'll spend 80% of his live stream talking about his schedule and what happened the day before, or complaining about what the trolls did to him. Here's the #1 rule: you never feed the trolls. You don't acknowledge them, you don't say anything about them, and you certainly do not let them know how they could use a VPN in order to spoof your location for Argentina and buying member bombs on YouTube at a greatly reduced price. Clearly, you don't do that. Clearly.
Right? So that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Eventually, you hit the reset button, and you come back the next day feeling new and refreshed and different. And not feeling like
is he moaning that he's doing live streams for money and boohoo, that's tough job? Yep.
We're doing something different today, which is
that's kind of like the prevailing theme of what we're doing today. Live reacting to Review Tech USA, now Darkside Phil, bitching about,
because it was going to be this co-op with Doko Island, and I'm not doing that.
All I do is sit here
next week I think we're all right. Let's not
with
get
my
the schedule
tits out,
but here's where we need to figure out. Okay, so here's the schedule for today. After this podcast ends, we're all heading over to DSP Reacts. It's my React channel for DSP to the internet.
And by the way, guys, on Sundays he does DSP Reacts in order to freshen up his content. He does it all in the same room with the same background and maybe a different logo or something like that. But he will watch internet videos that were recommended to him by his members, which actually was funny because, like we were talking about before, his Argentinian detractor member bombs were giving away memberships to people that obviously don't give a shit about anything that he's got going on. This was like his incentive for people to become members to his React channel so he can react to videos that they picked. Well, obviously a monkey wrench was thrown into all of that, and then of course his answer to that problem was, well guys, you just have to pay more money in order for me to react to your videos. This guy, he gets paid a very good amount of money by a bunch of idiots online to watch content. That's how I'm trying to be. That's how I'm trying to be. Like, literally, this isn't from a place of hate. This is from a place of jealousy.
Variety stuff, fun stuff. Okay. Then tonight, and I'm very excited for tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time on DSP Throwback. That is my throwback channel, where currently it is the original Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead Redemption 1 playthroughs that are alternating every day, going up 30-minute chunks each day, and making those playthroughs public again. Those playthroughs were lost to the internet for some 7+ years, and now they're back, which is really awesome. So tonight, on that channel, we are doing a retro react stream where I am going to be watching back and doing new commentary on my original Heavy Rain run from 2010.
And for the people that do not know, he's talking about his previous playthrough of Heavy Rain, where he was a real piece of shit, but that's par for course when it comes to the guy. He's definitely he puts disclaimers before these streams now, saying that this is this was recorded during a time of a bygone era, and that the views and opinions expressed in those live streams do not necessarily represent the views of him today. why would you want to reintroduce a new generation of viewers to your shit content in that type of way? This is worse than Warner Brothers shit, where they had, I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to leave that alone. But you know what I'm talking about. Like old ass cartoons, sometimes have old fashioned values that don't align with what's going on nowadays. But he's trying to monetize his.
Very excited for this. I really am. Like, I feel like this is going to be super fun. For those who don't know, Heavy Rain was one of my most praised playthroughs of all time.
Praised playthroughs? No, it was controversial because you were a shithead.
Every single part of that 50+ part playthrough has over 100,000 views. People all over the internet shared the crap out of it. And
this is also because, by the way, what he was doing was still novel at the time. What he doesn't understand is that everybody does this now. There's literally thousands of people that's doing what I'm doing right now at this moment, live reacting to his stream. So he's trying to, of course, dress it up as anyone would, as any showman would, that this is actually something that would be worth watching. But why don't you just watch the old stuff? He's literally trying to retcon everything that maybe he had said during these live streams. Just replay the game again. Like if you're going to do a retro throwback, replay the games that you played previously with more modern sensibilities. I don't understand why that's so difficult to do.
It went viral and people were loving my playthrough because it made the game funny, and otherwise the game is kind of heavy. Again, Heavy Rain. It feels almost like Saw in a lot of places, but my commentary made it different and people laughed at it like crazy watching
my racism made it different.
And a lot of people even said that was the playthrough that made me notable mainstream on YouTube as a gamer. Yes, in 2009 I was known as a gamer on YouTube for my Street Fighter stuff.
I mean, Lord,
that's
me.
Got me the more mainstream.
That would be effort.
Check out whenever I play the new game.
Yeah, we don't
So,
do effort on this.
I'm very excited for this.
No effort.
Commentary is very
low effort at best.
Sexual humor and stuff like that. That's what's popular.
I think with Heavy Rain is Jason. All I think with Heavy Rain is Jason. Oh my God, yes.
And freaking Aiden Ross and people like that. They're not going to watch me play videos. So back then, that's who my audience was. So my commentary was definitely like that back then, and I think that's going to be part of the fun, is watching how different I was back then and laughing at the commentary and how silly and irreverent it was.
You see, he's priming the audience. By the way, I may say some wild, dumbass shit. Ooh, big sip time.
Yeah, who's that? Kai Sinatra, whatever. I think he's another one, right? One of the big 5 big gamer streamers everyone watches now, all the teens or whatever. I don't know who that is, but I've heard about it before. So, but anyway, you get my point. Back then, that was me. So I'm excited to see.
Back then, I was a racist.
How this goes.
But now, this time,
this is gonna be very exciting.
In 2024,
and here's the thing. Now I'm gonna tell you the schedule for the next week. I'm actually gonna be.
I would love to play through the game again, but I actually hate games, and frankly, you guys aren't paying me enough to do it.
2 weeks in a row.
You'll never be able to pay him enough.
So let's go through the schedule. Today, DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts, and then tonight it is Retro React Heavy Rain on DSP Throwback. Okay. Tomorrow it's Tekken 8 Yoshimitsu. I'm gonna make a custom Yoshimitsu outfit, and then we're gonna take him into ranked and actually play with him in ranked matches all day. So that's the mainstream. Tomorrow night, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. The actual.
You don't even have to wait
Island,
for tomorrow for him to play Tekken 8 because we will be playing Tekken 8 today.
Educational courses to level up all of my stats. We're gonna be doing
on this channel
to level up my guys. We're gonna be doing everything we can with the
and we'll be playing as the sexy coffee girl, the spicy Latina.
So we're doing all that, and it's gonna be a fun stream for sure because we're gonna have so much progress. Okay. Then on Tuesday, it's gonna
Phil
be
doesn't play the sexy characters in fighting games because he has sex with his wife all the time.
Now here's the thing. Tuesday night,
he gets triggered literally when there's a pretty girl on the screen. He's like, oh,
it's gonna be Gondoko Island Co-op with Cat, but we're done with that. We're not
Fight boneless, I will.
Okay. So what do we want to do Tuesday night?
He's gonna get spanked though. I've got a couple of days up. I got a leg up on him.
And it could be Yoshimitsu. It could be me going back to trying to use Yun. It could be anything. I don't know. Number 2, someone actually said this in the chat. Maybe it could be a random Call of Duty stream. I haven't played Call of Duty now in ages. Call of Duty had an update last week that we never played. I was originally gonna do it during my Super Bowl marathon event, but it never came to fruition. So maybe do a random late night Call of Duty multiplayer stream just to see how the game's doing, right? Now, Apostate Cantus is Sea of Stars. I'll be honest, I don't want to do that. Why not? Because I want to play Sea of Stars again, but we have time to focus on it.
Azusina, DSP's absolute nightmare. Yes, and we both have to wear the skimpiest outfits. I don't play games unless there's a pretty woman in it. True.
Okay. So
I make all my characters in Diablo sexy
on Tuesday night, and we have today and tomorrow to figure that out. All right, and I'm open to anything as long as it makes sense and you guys are interested and you commit that you'll show up. You know, because right now
you'll commit to show up. Oh my God, he's like, guys,
show up or whatever. You know, I want to know what you think. So give me your thoughts, and let's see what happens Tuesday night. I'm interested in what you want to see. Okay.
I want to see him get a
it'll be
real
Baldur's Gate 3 stream, and Wednesday night more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and that's the streaming week. Now I'm off on Thursday. Next week is a 5-day streaming week, not 6, a 5-day week, because I can take my day off earlier at the end of February, so I can be here on February 29 for a full launch day of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay. So because the 5 days
yes, I'm also going to be counter programming that. If he's talking about playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth all day on Thursday, well, I'm going to counter program that. I will be live streaming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as much as I can that day, but it probably won't be all day, but I plan on playing it as much as possible during that day. It may be a couple of chonk nights. Yeah, he said he missed you.
3 and Friday Night Fights on Friday. Baldur's Gate 3, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth on Saturday. Another full day of reacting next.
No, absolutely not tonight. He can wait. He's Mr. Green at the end of Clue. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife, but Mr. Green is Hadassah, badass wife.
Sunday. So you know what we're doing today? We're doing it exactly the same way next week. It's going to be DSP versus the internet and another retro react stream on DSP Throwback next Sunday night. Why? Because come March, I have to take a couple nights off to work on my tax stuff. I have to sit down. I have to have time to put all my shit together so I can do my taxes this year. And
oh my God, this is why he's begging so hard. I just figured it out. He just let us know.
I'd rather do an extra retro
the mask slipped off.
And then maybe bring
it's
it back
tax season, guys.
Okay.
By the way, Tekken 8 tax write-off.
Final
Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth tax write-off.
With Heavy Rain could help determine what we do next week. Because I think what we're gonna do is another poll, and the poll will probably be like, do you want to see more Dark Souls 1? Do you want to see more Heavy Rain?
This audio interface tax write-off.
Over the week, and that'll determine the next retro reaction for next weekend. I'm curious how Heavy Rain goes, because if it goes really well, you guys might just want to see it again next week. And 2 weeks of Heavy Rain would be pretty cool, I think. So let's see how it goes tonight and go from there. And then the next 2 days, so that'll be next Sunday would be another whole react day. So then one of those days, Monday, would probably be Tekken 8 and Like a Dragon, and the other day would be Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon. So if you do the math, 5 more Baldur's Gate 3 streams. So that's 15
hey guys,
more hours
I know you're here to watch gaming, but let's talk taxes.
Final Fantasy 7 comes out. And that's gonna be great. That's gonna be getting that far into Act 3.
If you guys tune in to this channel for the financial audits of my day,
Baldur's Gate as night streams, and it didn't work.
Please,
just didn't work. It was frustrating. People didn't like it. So I don't know if we should do it as night streams or not. People seem to commit to showing up on the day streams when Baldur's Gate is a day stream, but not night streams. So I don't know. Gotta figure out what we're gonna do. How we're gonna handle it.
He has somebody behind the scenes that says, "Play this game, and I will give you $100 per time."
Could be. That could work. And then when we get to mid-March, we reassess. You know.
Where are these people, and how can I get them over to this channel?
So I hope this all sounds good to everyone.
Big sip.
In a nutshell. Baldur's Gate 3, we're playing a ton more gameplay before Final Fantasy 7 comes out. Trying to get as far as we can. We'll be firmly into Act 3, but then it's going to have to be cut back on because Final Fantasy 7 will be playing more than anything else. I'm that hyped for it. I know you guys probably are too. So expect that, but also expect that we're not going to drop Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to be alternated with the other games, okay? The co-op in Dondoko Island is done. It didn't work. After 4.5 hours, we're bored of it, but we got what we wanted out of it.
Now he's repeating himself.
Who attended those streams and supported them. We're looking now for suggestions for future co-op games or other things to do on stream together. That would be fun. And
do a Feasting with the King session. That would be funny. Darkside Phil eats food like a fucking alien. He looks mad when he eats. Like he was eating the quesadilla during his Super Bowl bash, and it looked like he was just, I hate you.
Engaging rather than us just
probably because his wife
content,
made
which is
it.
going to be fun. It's going to be boring. It's not going to work, right?
She's not a very good cook.
Busy, but
as said by him, this isn't me saying.
This week, 2 retro reactions, which is really awesome, and I will tune into those, and we'll see how those go to determine what they're going to be 2 weeks in a row here. And all in all, not bad at all. Good stuff going on. I'm pleased with how everything's happening, and I hope you guys are too. And thank you all. I understand, with the schedule being tumultuous as it has been, it can be a little frustrating, and a lot of people want to see more.
Also,
yes, happen right now. That's life, right? So let's play it by ear. Let's see how stuff goes. And again, I need feedback on Tuesday night. Do you want
a little humble brag, if I may? Please do. Please do.
Figure it out. Okay.
So modest.
All right, guys. That's what I've got for today's show.
I love seeing the kings and queens and everybody in between thriving. I passed the Stam Tech 16 today. Let's fucking go. I need everybody in the chat to give CJ Fifi big ups and congratulations. Oh, let's hit him with the congratulations.
Okay, we're gonna shout out.
Congratulations.
It's a random question. Congratulations. I know people did. Congratulations. Sometimes say, what about a Game Pass night? For fun on Tuesday night, Call of Duty or whatever. Congratulations. Well, here's the thing. A Game Pass night. The whole point that I would do a Game Pass night, okay? Like, for example, right now, if I just were to jump into the Game Pass...
one says, hates games, hates his wife, hates food, loves money.
They changed it, didn't they? Dashboard's different now. Where is it? Oh, here it is at the top of the screen now. I didn't even know where it was. If I were to jump here into the Game Pass section of my Xbox, right?
Did you guys in Gal see
a little to the left?
The remake of Evangelion? The 4 or 5 movies, I think? Incredible.
They actually added Resident Evil 3
Incredible.
The remake, by the way. Madden and other stuff. And you look at games that are coming to Game Pass. Lightyear Frontier, game preview. The MLB The Show. When is MLB The Show coming out? Someone asked me about that. March 19th. Oh my god, it's coming out like
one of these days I will be as good as
Chronicle,
Fifi.
100 Heroes. Is
but not today,
supposedly the spiritual successor to Suikoden? Union Chronicle? That's what I heard. Like, these games are very similar to what Suikoden used to be. But I've never played one. But again, it's another JRPG, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see that. And then the other one is Hellblade 2 Senua's Sacrifice, which we know is coming out in May, right? But anyway, not Senua's Sacrifice, Senua's Saga. But anyway, the point I'm making here is, why would we be doing a Game Pass night like this, where I look around and maybe I download a few games and try them? Well, because I'm probably looking for a new game to play, right? Well,
I have no idea how I'm doing that.
I'm already got more than enough games on my plate.
Sometimes I fall into a trance when I play a song, and I'll never be able to just like flip a switch and have it happen. It just happens, and then the moment I'm aware of it happening, I throw it all off, and then I drop the combo.
buffet.
This
of
game
games
is literally
to
my
eat.
addiction now.
I don't need to go to get more.
I think one of my.
You see, I like the idea of a Game Pass. And
I think
get
one of my
like a
favorite things to do is to have my Monday through Friday set mania
If
streams
you remember,
in the morning.
that actually happened.
It's a very
about a year or two
good
ago. We had a Game Pass like, very similar
motivation.
situation, and I marked off all these games. Remember, there was the game that kind of looked like Doom. I was like, oh, that's interesting. We marked off like 5 or 6 games. Guess how many of those games I ended up
10
playing?
years ago,
None.
I were to tell
I literally played
myself,
0,
like
because I was
past
so busy with all the
self,
releases and I
hey,
didn't play any of those games. A lot of those games ended up
you're gonna
being
wake up,
Game Pass.
drink coffee,
So,
and then
it's kind of,
play DDR for 2 hours, hang out with some excellent people, and then get fed some excellent omelets.
You know, I don't see the purpose in doing a Game Pass night right now. Maybe I'm wrong. You can convince me otherwise, but that's my take. Okay.
Now I need to stop binging sugar.
We need to finish a Game Pass.
I'm telling you,
Well, if
Fifi.
that's the case, we'll just do a hangout stream. Like literally, we could do a Tuesday night hangout where we just hang out for 2 hours and we talk.
I'm telling you,
don't have to do Game
keto
Pass.
saved
Hang
my
out.
life.
I'm okay with that. If people just want to hang out and do
Stop
whatever,
taking
for 2 hours,
diet
nice,
pills.
Time killer hangout stream, casual stream.
You can
I'm totally
eat
okay with that, right?
a lot of meats and cheeses.
So that's a possibility
Sometimes
for Tuesday then as well. So right now,
you
the
can find
Tuesday,
keto
second day,
versions of
Call
foods
Duty,
that you
hangout
like,
stream.
and sometimes
How's that
they
sound?
taste better than
There you go.
the
Okay, let's
processed
get the shout out. Start off
garbage
with Only Ice
that
Infinite, re-upping their
a
membership
lot
for
of
24
people
months and having
shovel
years.
through.
Philip. I don't know who Philip is.
Veggie,
You spelled my name
nothing wrong
Two
with
L's,
that.
my name only has 1 L. But thank you, Only Ice Infinite, for
Being a
2 years of
vegetarian
support.
on
I very
keto
much
is kind of
appreciate that.
difficult because
Okay?
meat is one of
Cool.
the prime
And that's it. Now, I will say
parts
this,
of
okay?
the diet.
Right now, when it comes to support of my streams, and again, yes, I know all guys talking about support. I promise you this will not be a long segment.
Okay, put a pin in this. He said he promises that this isn't going to be a long segment. He's talking about his finances. Let's take stock of this. It's 3:45 right now. Let's see how long he talks about his finances. And plus, do take notice that we've sped this up.
Right now, support on my streams has been consistently good.
And I have
Tips
my
have actually
diet
been great.
delivered daily.
Okay?
It's
But where
definitely
I'm
better
suffering is
than what I
everything
was
else.
eating
Number one,
before.
memberships.
More power
I'm not
to you,
seeing
Fee.
any memberships any day now.
Big ups. I can do it. I barely eat. But I'm just eating shit afterwards. Chocolate,
we're shutting them down.
soda.
These people are coming out to the stream and trying to do those fake member bombs. We're shutting it down immediately. So like last night, someone tried one on the stream. They got 2 in. They tried a 50 member bomb. Only 2 came in. But then we banned them. And that was the end of that. So we're gonna continue to do that. We're not just gonna let people abuse the channel and abuse YouTube. We figured out how to shut it down in process. So when we see it, we immediately stop it. Okay?
Not true, by the way. The detractors, they were right again. They tested out this theory that he was just talking about. He thinks he has the leg up on the detractors that are buying the really cheap membership with the Argentinian VPN. He thinks that he's solved this issue by right-clicking and blocking and removing as it's happening. Well, here's the thing. If you're dropping a 50 member bomb, you're going to see maybe 4 or 5 get dropped in the chat and accepted by people before you even have a chance. You need to have the prompt show up in order for you to right-click it and then dismiss it. So he's saying, oh, we figured it out because now I could just click on it when it shows up. People are still getting sock accounts made with the most vile shit that you could say, saying shit like Panda Lee was hotter, saying shit like Fat Cat, you know, saying shit like Darkside Phil spent $1,500 on WWE champions. All of these are actual things that the detractors have been putting into the chat. And every time somebody accepts one of the memberships, it shows up in the YouTube chat. But he thinks that, oh, I only have 12 of the 50 pop up before I was able to dismiss it. He has to keep an eye on the chat 24/7 every time he streams.
So those are not going to continue. No one's supposed
Oh,
to.
and by the way, the people still get the memberships, by the way. So you can only have so many memberships. And that means the incentive for people to get memberships is completely gone because all they need to do is wait for a detractor to come through with the Argentinian gifted memberships. And then you automatically get access to all the emotes and all the stuff that he says is a benefit to watching his channel. And Shadow, congratulations on achieving the 3 stream streak. Big ups.
Content because someone broke the system. Okay, so yeah, we're working on it. All right, it's a work in progress. You know, the more often that we figure out, we're quick to the draw to shut it down, it's gonna be better. But yeah, it's a little frustrating what happened, right? So number one, membership, I'm seeing almost none, right? And it sucks because I used to have a ton. I mean, any given month, I would have between 500 to 800 consistent memberships on this channel, and now it's like everyone got one for free. Thousands of people.
Wrong, by the way. He's lying right here. He's saying that he has an average of 600 people subscribe to his channel. Wrong. No. You're not going to retcon this one, buddy boy. You were hovering at around 400 at any time. This was all before the Argentinian people came through. So that's a lie. I couldn't click the streak button when it came up for me. All right, well, congratulations, Marionette, for the streak. We love seeing you all streaking on the stream.
So now I have no memberships at all coming in. There's tons of lost revenue. In addition, I'll tell you, I've noticed super chats are way down this month too. And is that a result? That
Oh,
people
now
just
he's
got
talking
so
about
many
super
people memberships,
chats.
They see it and they just think, oh, the channel's doing well, when in reality it's the opposite. I don't know. The thing is, tips are great. Like, tips have been really good this month. So I'm not complaining.
Look, he's scratching like a crackhead. Y'all got any more of them tips?
in that regard. I'm just saying, like, it sucks because I used to have this balance. You'd have the YouTube side stuff going on plus daily tips, and now it's just like I just have tips, and it sucks. I'm taking a big hit, so I'm hoping that things will pick up. It very well could be that the games are boring to people. You know, I've noticed with Baldur's Gate 3, we're getting way less people. People aren't really watching the videos on demand that often. Tekken 8, as I've already explained many times.
The only reason he's playing Baldur's Gate 3 is because he has one person that's going to guarantee him $100 every time he plays it. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. How is he bitching about this? I would love, and by the way, he didn't buy the game. Somebody donated it to him. So he's playing a game that he got for free, a game of the year, something that's still $70, by the way, and he's getting paid $100 every time he plays it. This is why it is on his schedule 3 times this week.
It's not catching on. Street Fighter 6 did. People were
$300
invested in my Tekken 8 stuff, despite the fact I'm getting better and learning multiple characters. People just don't see
a
me that
week
into it, okay?
to play
I did Dragon
Baldur's
well.
Gate 3
I didn't
poorly.
expect that much from the game, to be honest. Like, I thought that would be the late night kill stream game, so I'm okay with that. The problem is that it also seems to happen with all the other games now too. So what's it going to take? Is it going to be that when Final Fantasy 7 comes out, things pick up? Maybe. And if that's the case, certainly I'd be happy because that's my most hyped game of the year.
Here's a little thing, guys. If I'm seriously gonna counter program this motherfucker because fuck him. Let everybody know. Don't watch Phil. Jeez. Don't watch Phil play Final Fantasy 7. He's gonna ruin it for you the same way he's ruining Baldur's Gate 3. Watch this channel instead. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for tips. I don't ask Shadow to not John Cena me when I don't expect it because that's why I put it there.
And his name is John Cena.
I would love to siphon away the views that this guy gets because Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is not going to save the channel. I mentioned this in another stream, but I too would like to have a Renaissance-era Italian noble to take me as a Patreon so I can play all the fighting games that came out this year.
You're right there, right?
True.
So I guess we'll see what happens, and go from there, but that's really
We
the
need
state of
some
things today.
stream
Support overall
sugar
has been good.
daddies
Tips are
and
great, but
mommies.
everything else has really floundered this month, and I'm halfway through the month and I don't know how to fix that. You know, like, how do you fix
Oh, and
something
there
that
you go,
we're listening to
Marionette.
content, I'm listening, we're doing stuff you guys
Worked
want.
now. Congratulations on the 7 stream streak. Marionette, you are a legend. Your husband, Boneless One, is a legend.
So anyway, that's what's going on with that.
My
So now let's get
Canadian,
the tip shot,
I would say
shall we?
brethren.
First tip of the day is a $2 tip. Just like Mario Kart. You know, I know for a fact she has played Mario Kart over the years.
No,
Okay,
you.
she's not a stiff, by the way.
Nah, bitch. You, bitch. I love you,
And I know that
bitch.
from time to time she played it.
I'll never stop loving you,
I think she told me that she
bitch.
had it either on N64 or GameCube. I think she said GameCube. And then she actually had played that mobile Mario Kart a little bit when it came out a few years ago. But is she actively playing it or is she interested in it now? No. So, to answer the question, was she at one time interested in it and play it? Yes. Did she play it now?
Imagine paying money to ask this guy a question, and then also imagine the question you're giving him being the
$2
most
from Kirk. Good
inept.
afternoon. I have a problem. I buy boxers and briefs, bulls right at my crotch. Do you have any solutions?
Wait a minute.
What kind
We
of
need
boxers
to go back. We need to go back. We need to go back. Canadian Kirk just said something, and we need to hear this because he's a shithead, just like Phil.
We received a $2 tip from Kirk. Good afternoon. I have a problem. I buy boxers and briefs, bulls right at my crotch. Do you have any solutions?
Wow.
What kind of boxers are you buying? Because
Thank you,
the whole
Canadian
idea
Kirk.
of real boxer shorts, not boxer briefs. Boxer briefs are just as bad as regular briefs, but regular boxer shorts are meant to be loose. So, how are boxers
I love
getting
you,
shoved up your
bitch.
butt
Oh
crack?
my god. I
Unless
never stop gonna love you.
You basically
bitch.
are wearing tight pants, right? If you're wearing loose pants and you're wearing real boxers under the pants.
Oh my
there's
god,
no
why
way
is he
that those
talking
things will
about
go up your
this?
ass crack. So, I mean, unless you're like Steve Urkel.
Why is he
and
talking
you have
about
the pants
underwear?
up to your,
Because
like,
he
your
wants
nipples,
to
with
make us
suspenders, pull
suffer.
them up,
Why
and
are we
nothing's gonna
here?
help you, right?
Just to
But I
suffer.
can't imagine like why this would be happening to you. We need, essentially, for me to help you, I need supplemental information. So let's say
Thank you for suffering this fool together here with me here today on Sussy
Anyway.
Baka Sunday. I mean,
Continuing
not
on.
gonna lie,
I received a
love
$25
underwear
tip.
talk. All right, well, let's talk about underwear loudly.
Man.
Who are we in the chat? Boxers or brief people?
Yeah, he's talking about that makes sense.
Boxers or briefs? I'm rocking briefs right now. Hentai face briefs, in fact.
Let's also play his animation.
Oh, there it is. And it goes well with my hentai face shower curtain behind the sofa.
It may surprise you that I mentioned this. I've noticed that in Baldur's
Long
Gate,
Johns, let's go.
rightfully so,
Long
over
boxer
limited-
briefs from
limited-
MeUndies
limited range of
exclusively.
movement.
Hey, another
One of the reasons
MeUndies
is
enjoyer.
reflected the athlete ability. You're doing fine with spells, persuasion, charisma, sleight of hand, but agility not so much. That's the corner you have painted yourself into. It's not the game. No, it's the game. Because the game...
I would gladly show off the hentai underwear that
Well, I'll
got
compare
me,
this.
but
I'll give you a
I'm
perfect
trying to keep
comparison.
this channel
Okay? Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2,
MeUndies
Dark
is
Souls
mint,
3.
and they feel good
Out of those
too.
3 games, one of the 3 is universally panned because of a certain system that everyone hates. The other 2 don't have the problem. Okay?
What the hell is
Does
this
anyone
guy
know what I'm
talking about? We've completely
The original Dark
lost
Souls
our way
trilogy, one
here.
of the games that's universally criticized.
Only
for having a
gay
bad
brands
mechanic.
here? I didn't know there was a
Hates.
gay brand.
And it's very frustrating.
Do tell.
And it was removed for Dark Souls 3. It wasn't in Dark Souls 1, it was added to Dark Souls 2, and then it was removed for Dark Souls 3. Thank you very much.
Oh, he's talking
SAS,
about
figured it
Dark
out.
Souls. Where's Mal
ADP. Now, what does that mean? Is it adaptability or something
Oh,
like that?
dude.
What it stands for? There is a mechanic in Dark Souls 2.
I have no idea.
It's a stat.
Apparently
So to
there's a
upgrade, in order to
gay
roll-
underwear spot.
To roll, the critical thing you need to do to survive in any action game, a dodge. You actually have to waste time leveling up that stat to just dodge. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard, right?
Stupid. This guy is a stupid motherfucker. Every time he does this, he's like, I can't believe this game is introducing a new mechanic that I don't like. And so it's stupid, and the person that made it is stupid, and the game is stupid.
It's dumb as shit, and it shouldn't be in there. In Dark Souls 1, you can roll. In Dark Souls 3, you can roll. In Sekiro, you can dodge. In Bloodborne, you can dodge. The only game you can't do it unless you waste time leveling it is Dark Souls 2, okay? Now, I definitely understand that a lot of people are going to say, well, this isn't a fair comparison. Well, in my mind, it is. In Baldur's Gate 3, everyone moves like a slug.
Any Dark
Unless,
Soul
for example,
enjoyers
like
in
Karlach,
the
for some
house?
reason,
In
has
the
this
chat
amazing
right now?
ability to go insanely long with movement every single turn, and that makes her one of the best, melee fighters. There's ways around it, like for example, Asterion is great at range, so you don't need the movement. You can basically just get to a range of any enemy and just
The
snipe
skin
crap out,
suit was
right?
falling
The idea
off.
with the sorcerer is that they should have great range with their spells, and therefore that doesn't matter. Okay, but the problem here is, you're a bunch of adventurers. You're all out there surviving against insurmountable odds. You're all supposed to be badasses, but you can't walk more than 2 feet. On what fucking universe? Oh, the D&D universe. Well, then the D&D universe is outdated and annoying because we're trying to play a video game. This is not
Motherfucker,
real life.
you're
Where
outdated
you're
and
exhausted
annoying,
walk down the
bitch.
street because you're not physically fit. This is a video game. Fantasy. Your character should actually have some level of like fucking wind so they can walk longer than fucking 3 meters before they stub their toe and fall over, right? That's the whole point. It's fantasy, not reality. But they're going for this hyper statistic-based game.
That's
where it's
exactly
like,
what
I should be focused on
Dungeons
the
and
sorcerer,
Dragons
what
is, you
I'm focusing
idiot.
on. My spell
He's
casting
bitching
ability,
about
loving what
Baldur's
to do,
Gate
getting better
3
spells, better leveling
because
up on
it's
the spells,
so
love the
true
spells.
to
I
the
shouldn't be
source
worried about,
material.
oh my
Get the
guy's
fuck
a
outta
CC
here.
ninny who can't walk 4 feet. Now I have to put a bunch of points into my athletic skill. You're a sorcerer. You shouldn't have to be athletic. You should literally hover above and fly anywhere you fucking want because you're a sorcerer.
Then
right?
you make a
You're
game
fucking melee
about
fighter.
it,
You're supposed to
idiot.
be the best tanking fighter in the game, like Lae'zel. But she can't go too far. She's exhausted. She's carrying a sword that's bigger than her fucking body, right? She can attack 17 times in a row and behead multiple people in a turn, but she can't walk more than 3 meters. It's too tough. Too hard
This is
for
the
her.
same game universe that
It doesn't make
has
any sense because the game's
dragons and
based on these
elves
confining
and,
statistics
and
that make it less fun.
furries and scalies
If you like
and
a
all
universe where
that.
everything is
and
confined
He's
by
like,
statistics,
I don't understand
okay?
why a girl
This
can
is
carry a
definitely the game
sword.
for you, but at some point, as gamers, we have to realize that actually the confines of this makes it not as fun, right? This would seriously be way more fun if it would be a little bit less strict and a little bit more loose and a little bit more,
Okay.
hey, let's just enjoy it, rather than, uh-oh, it's a fight. New enemy type. Here's the new stat that you have
His
to now
voice
learn.
makes
And
me
you have
wanna
this new ability
punch
you didn't
him
know
in the
about. And now
face.
half your things don't
We'll
work
get
in this
in
fight.
line.
And by the way, your limited movement, oh, you can't see. Oh, by the way, the Earth is rotating slightly more,
yeah,
more
we've
fast
been
today. So because of that,
shitting
all
on
of your
for
ranged abilities
minutes
curve to the
now.
left. So be sure to calculate the wind velocity
This is the
so that
new
everything will hit
hotness.
properly. And by the way, just so you know, Karlach ate a bad bean burrito for breakfast, so she's gonna be shitting half the time, and she misses half her turn. Okay, go.
And by the way, he keeps going this. This is his old reliable. He has some sort of scat fetish. I'm just gonna say it. He always goes to the scat shit. He always talks about shit or farts. It's kind of off-putting. It's kind of off-putting. Boneless One says he has nuh-uh. Your laser bounced off my anti-laser force field, so I win energy. Boneless One continues to fire off shots that do not miss. Phil can suck a cuck. Oh my goodness. I can't say that word on YouTube.
What? That's Baldur's Gate 3, man.
Oh, he took a big sip.
I don't know. Again, for some people are, oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. For me, it's like, I'll tolerate it, but I'm going to criticize it. And I have a right to criticize it and say I don't like that, right?
Just the same
No,
as we
I'm-
have a
I'm
right to
87 hours
criticize
into this
him.
game.
He always has that shield up. I can have my opinion on this. This is my podcast. I can say whatever I want to. Okay, motherfucker. This is my live stream, and I can say whatever I want to say about your dumbass podcast.
My character should walk further than 3 steps. I don't care if you're the most decrepit
good,
idiot. You're an
Shadow.
adventurer at this
You're
point. You should have figured something out. Now I had to waste time sinking points into a
I
stat.
took it to my penthouse and I freaked
Just
it.
like in Dark Souls 2. No one should have to waste statistic point and leveling point to roll. It's a fucking action game. If you can't roll, you might as well not play it. But that's how they built it, and everyone hates it, right? It's the
Who's
same thing here,
everyone?
man.
He
But
is
again,
once again projecting. He says that his opinion is everybody's opinion. And I talked to Kat, and she agrees.
For some reason, people who are
Your
totally into the whole
criticism
sim and
bounced
art
off my
role-playing, I
anti-criticism
guess you're
force
so used
field,
to
so
it,
I win.
right?
It's like
I'm sure it's the same
it's
in
like a
real D&D.
criticism
I
AT
mean,
field
that's
for
like-
all of my
that would drive me nuts.
Evangelion lovers.
No wonder you got D&D games that have been running for 20 years. It probably took them 5 years to be able to walk down the street. Holy shit, man. All right. Anyway, I appreciate your input, 1 Minute Man. And again, if people have recommendations,
They're
on how to
also
improve my
saying,
party-
by the way, Marionette, for those of you who do not know, 1 Minute Man, there's a big conspiracy theory that 1 Minute Man is actually just him priming the tip jar. And before, he was always just dropping, and I only gender 1 Minute Man because man is literally in the name. But they always drop $20 or a $25 tip every stream. So you would think 6 days out the week, times I'm gonna say 42, 45 weeks. We're gonna do a lot of quick maths here. I'm a product of American public school system, so you have to be patient with me. Let's just say $20 6 days a week for an entire year. That's like a lot of money. At least $100. I'm a man married to my female wife.
I'm all ears. Every time I level up, I ask the stream, what should I do? Literally, no one has said, oh, put some points into your athletics so you can walk further. No one said that. Everyone's like,
hold
put
my
it into your
hand
stat,
through this
man.
game.
Put it into your main stat. Take your main stat to level 20. Oh, no, here's a really cool ability that emphasizes the strengths of this class. Use that, right? Dual class your Asterian to be a ranger and this and rogue, and then do this. No one said, oh, put some points into movement. No one said that at all. So...
Once again, he's depending on the kindness of his chat to tell him what to do in the game. He has no imagination whatsoever, no problem-solving skills. He just doesn't.
Again,
he just
you guys
doesn't
don't
care.
Me. Everyone is yelling in the chat. Long Strider. Okay, I don't even know what that means.
Oh.
But okay, Long Strider, if you say so. Well, maybe we'll look into that. Keep in mind,
Look at
Satellite just
him.
hit level 9, so we're probably not hitting level 10 for a while. So there you go. Long Strider is a ritual spell that will fix the problem. No, wait, are you saying that Long Strider is a spell that lets people walk further? Let me get this straight. In order to walk, you
Is
need
this
to
a
use magic
sad
spell.
one? He's giving him his best day. Why? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, everyone. We got our posse, our crack team of adventurers together.
Either that or he's
We
paying
got
this dude
the
$100
rogue,
a
who's
day
gonna
to
pick every
prime the
lock and
tip
sniper
jar.
everyone from
Seems
distance
like
from the shadows.
seems
We
like
got the
math isn't
unstoppable warrior
strong
who will
suit,
chop everyone's
which is
heads off
probably
10
why
turns in a row.
all he
We
does
got
is
the
accounting
ultra-powerful
on his stream
sorcerer
out
who
loud.
will cast rains of magic and just
So
destroy
there's an
everyone. And
entire,
we got,
like I said,
I don't
economy
know,
of
the
people
healer, right?
that
The
follow
cleric
his streams
who, use
and
clone
then
magic. By
take
the way,
stock
so let's
of
start going.
all
Oh,
of the
hold on, our
money
legs
that
are
he
frozen.
makes, that he
Oh, that's right.
publicly puts out
Legs
there
move.
and puts it into
Alakazabra. Okay, now we can walk, everyone. Let's go.
spreadsheet. And so people will say,
what the fuck, man?
Compared to last year, he has made less money by 20%. And it's been a downward trend. It's been a downward trend every year. He used to do marathon streams where he would make $600, $800. Before that, it was a couple thousand. Now he can barely crack 100.
Silly this is? Do you not see how silly this shit is? The confines of this style of game. We're the most badass team of adventurers you've ever seen. But we have to magically cast a spell on our legs to get them to
Poor
work.
baby. By the way, fuck this guy. Also, he's literally, like I said, we were talking about before. He's getting paid $100 every time he plays a game that he didn't even buy, and he's sitting here and bitching about it.
Like, what the fuck? Are you all Professor X? The team of Professor X's. They're all stuck. They did. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Look at that hairline, by the way. We don't knock on people's appearances, but like it's hard. It's very difficult to not notice this. His hairline is running away from him. That's the slope of his views on YouTube.
No.
The ugly comes out on the outside. That's right, Marionette. We were talking about this last time. We're gonna be shitty and toxic. We gotta just go all the way.
This song is a war cry.
Nasty
I
insides
received
always seep out.
a $2 tip here. Hold on. From Kurt. Sorry for a stupid question. I'm going to go opposite George until everyone stops copying me. I don't know what that means either. Thanks for the $2 tip, Kurt. I still don't know what that means.
Kurt is also a huge drama queen. Kurt is he'll be racist in the chat, straight up racist, and then get banned by a moderator. But Phil knows that he pays him. He gives him money. Like obviously he just tipped him twice in this live stream. And Phil lets him get away with it. There's multiple streams of him telling him, Kurt, you can't be racist in the chat. But he always brings him back because obviously he pays him. So, being a racist pays on DSP Gaming.
All right. Oh my god.
You see, he's yawning on his own podcast.
My mind
Like,
has been
obviously,
addled.
this is
the mind flare has
enthralling.
addled my brain this morning. Right? Agent Coop, it's not that I don't like the game. Listen, Baldur's Gate 3 has a great narrative. Okay, I like the narrative. I do like how each character is seeming to have their own story that's getting fleshed out. It's a little
He
annoying
doesn't
that
like
they're all
when
the same story. Like,
other
Mysteria is
characters
someone's
hit
slave.
on him, though.
Shadowheart was inadvertently someone's slave. Gale is someone's slave. Karlak was working for a demon and was their slave. Now she's not their slave anymore, but now she might die because of the thing that was put into her chest when she was a slave. Will, literally the slave of a demon. I mean, every single fucking character has almost the same story, right? But at the same time, the lore of the universe is very interesting, right? To see all these different things that have come together. And again, I don't even know if these are D&D or if this is like just for the Baldur's Gate franchise, but I like that, okay? And listen, when the combat is streamlined and works, and I'm feeling the flow of combat, and I feel comfortable, I like it a lot. The problem is a lot of the time that doesn't happen because they're always trying to throw you a curveball. And
yeah, they're trying to mix up the gameplay so you're not just brute forcing the entire game doing the same stuff. It'd get pretty boring. You would complain that it was boring.
And life on Earth is not black and white. It's not, this is the best game ever or this is the worst game ever. There's a between. There's many things about Baldur's Gate 3 I'm really enjoying.
Dude's a script writing expert now too, I see.
I'll tell you, yes.
He can literally pick up any game and play it at a pro level.
I like the game more often than I dislike it. But when I dislike it, it drives me nuts. It's like really annoying shit that gets to me. And I have the right to be vocal about that because I'm someone who's an outsider to that franchise. I'm someone who has never played a style of game like this before. Arguably, you can say, well, what about Divinity 2? You're right. But then again, this is definitely more advanced than Divinity 2. Man, the story is crazy but different. So basically, you have to understand, this is my opportunity to voice my honest thoughts about the game as I've been learning about it since December. Remember, this has been 2 months.
Yes, he has monkey brain. He has smooth brain. He actually, it's been coined. He has gin brain. He drinks so much gin. His gin-addled brain.
But at the same time, I don't agree. I do feel the game has enough shortcomings. I probably would not have named this my game of the year last year, regardless of the fact that so many others did. I do think I got more enjoyment out of other games. Still a great game. Still having a great time with it. I can't wait to see where the plot goes. Man, let me tell you something. If you want to see me destroy a game, if we fucking get like 150 hours in and we beat it and the ending sucks, I'm gonna lose my shit. All right? Because to invest that much time into a game and have the ending be terrible, I'm going to flip my lid.
Pickling his brain.
I'm hoping they actually.
And I don't even like gin. I do not like gin.
So I certainly
Whiskey was my go-to when I drank.
The ending of this game is good.
Red
After
Stag.
all this investment and all this,
Come on
this
now.
effort put into it, I really hope that the ending is good. Okay? So I'd be happy. You know.
What if the ending
like
was
the journey
everybody
really the
has
work
sex
and the
with you?
reward
He
comes
would
at the end?
flip shit.
I hate this. Oh, the journey was the reward. Go fuck yourself. No, the journey was not the reward. I suffered through hardship, challenge, and you know, great disparity and
Look, he's telling on himself again. He's like, the journey is not the thing. It's the destination. Like, the hardships and the things that you push through are what the sense of accomplishment is what you're looking for when you're playing games. He's totally missing the plot here.
And you know, opposition to get through that and get to an ending. Not, oh, the game was your ending. No, it wasn't. Fuck you. Write an ending. So I hope that this game has an ending.
He showed them. He sure showed us.
Okay, and by the way, I've had enough. Goodbye. Okay, I received a very generous $30 tip.
Boo! This guy just paid him $30. I can't wait for the stupid question he's going to ask him. In fact, I'm going to turn down the music for this one. Let's enjoy this inane question together.
From Dan the Man. Thank you, Dan the Man. Very nice of you this morning. I appreciate it.
Dan the Man, yo! Oh my god. So a little bit of background about Dan the Man. Rumors and Scuttlebutt think that Dan the Man is Redemption Gaming 22. Some Filipino guy who has a terrible overbite. Like a terrible overbite. He's a little touched. He's a little special. And he has latched on to Phil, and he mimics him in every sort of kind of way. Oh my god, it's me. I'm doing the exact same thing. But he plays a lot of games like Suikoden. Suikoden, am I saying that right? And he had a good little streak going. Unfortunately, the DSP Detractorverse got a hold of him and found out that this guy is a degenerate. Just like all of them, just like Darish. They found out that, once again, Darkside Phil's chat is full of people who, you know, if you hang out with garbage, you're going to smell like trash.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much for your support this morning, Dan. Keep in mind that these carry over to the React Show.
I'll pay him to ask, can you say Lord Diaz? Oh, don't do that. Nope.
Crap.
Nope. I appreciate that.
No, but honestly, isn't that a lot of the...
You have made it as a detractor if Darkside Phil says your name on stream. King Sly, Chill, Duty, Snort Hogan. He has said those names out loud on his stream.
Honest outsider's perspective.
Not giving him money. He won't say it unless, well...
If I was just another one of these buckets,
James the Lesser Express Lane.
Every moment, it's the best game ever. Have sex with bears, and you know everyone's fucking blowing each other in camp and shit.
There he goes again. He is so like.
And I don't think it would be as interesting as a perspective to get someone else's perspective who's not already immersed in that, right? I think
By the way, he's got the gunner glasses on because they
like,
reached
for example,
the tip goal.
What my wife
tip
and
goal.
I have been doing is we'll wait, a bit after I play or replay a game, and then we'll actually watch someone else play it. and then it's enjoyable to us to see another perspective.
Yeah, that's one of
Someone
the
else
that's
who's
one of
playing
the
things that we like,
unspoken
but then to see
rules.
their take on it that's different from
But
ours.
you're
Like, we get
by no
value
means
out
I'm
of
not
it.
trying to
It looks like
dictate
a
how
camera.
anybody handles their
It's aimed.
life for their money. You don't touch the poo, and you don't
Yeah,
you don't
I just realized the
troll
camera was
tip
aimed
it.
way too high, and I'm like, or way too, yeah, it was way too high. It was like high up. So I was like, why am I only?
No,
on, like,
I'm
the
way
bottom
too
half
high,
of the screen? That was
Phil.
weird.
That's
I guess I must have hit it. Anyway, so that's true. Balls into, you know what it is? It's a balloon, because now I don't have the giant pop guard. So not having this pop guard just throws everything off and makes it look different. You're absolutely right. It does, right? This pop guard works just as well, and it's so small that it throws everything off on camera. I agree with you there. Anyway, so
Now
I
he
hope
can
you guys are enjoying Baldur's
sway
Gate 3
at a
and my
larger
honest takes on
radius
it,
on
so.
the X and Y axis.
Kathleen, I will see you later on DSP Throwback. Sounds good. Now the A key on your laptop is not working, Derek. That's not good. How old is your laptop? You gotta get one of those cleaners, right? One of those keyboard cleaner things that you can spray between.
He's talking to
Or
Derek.
one of those they have the sticky thing now, right? It's like a sticky stuff, and you just push it down on top, and it gets.
Oh,
all the
you
shit
do
out.
not want to know what
All the
Darish
it's disgusting, the
keyboard
stuff that
looks
come out of
like.
there, right? All the years of dust and skin and shit. It's nasty. I need to clean my keyboard. I got shit stuck to it too. It's all dust. There's a ton of dust and dirt. Ugh, yuck. I gotta get like a cleaner and a paper towel.
Cat
and wipe this thing
dander,
down.
all the
Nasty.
food from when he does his mukbang.
Tito Man says, I got an Xbox Series X. The battery rechargeable pack that I have is awesome and a lifesaver. You don't want to be pumping AA's into that thing. Xbox Series X controller will last you a few days, like I think probably like 4 or 5 days, and then the batteries die. So in an average month, you'll be spending like 10 or more batteries in that thing.
Get a rechargeable battery, you dumbass.
It's a lot
Oh
of
my
money.
god.
Getting the rechargeable pack is definitely worth it. Now
He
I
still
just
has
use
said
a
nothing
really
of
long
value.
USB cable.
Well,
I bought a really
apparently
long
he
USB
said
cable, and I
something
just like
of
that. I don't have to worry about batteries at all. But if you can't use it
$61 worth
wirelessly,
of
I
value,
definitely
according to
recommend
his
battery
audience.
packs. Jade, I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, Yoshimitsu and Tekken. I will see you there. Radical Jaws, you're here. He said, did I accidentally get banned? My messages are being denied. No, you're here. We just saw your message, Radical Jaws. Don't know what's going on. You have a MacBook Pro? Holy crap. Well, you got an expensive computer then, Derek. Holy shit.
His parents probably got him
Suicide Squad
that.
is one of the most disgraceful and disrespectful games in the history of gaming. I don't want to play it regardless. I don't like Suicide Squad, right? I don't like co-op looter shooter style games. It was like everything about the game is not what I want out of a game. I don't know if I've ever seen a game studio
They have
go
they
from
have
exactly
sexy
what people
Harley
want to
Quinn
the
in there
opposite
and
of what they want,
sexy
and as quick of a transition as what happened with Rocksteady. It was like for
other
the game,
sexy
they were
characters that I
100%
don't
in
want to
tune
look
game
at.
universe. And then someone said, let's not listen to anyone and just do whatever we want and make something that's a dog turd. Okay, enjoy your dog turd.
He's
Doesn't matter
speaking
how
with
much
such
polish it up.
authority,
It's
too.
a
He
bad
hasn't
subject
played a
matter.
lick of this
Gameplay no one
game.
wants. It's a dog turd. It doesn't matter if you have great cutscenes and character development if it's still turd. It still smells, right? So I don't
Still
understand what
going
they were
on
thinking
about
there. Go from the top to the bottom.
Butt stuff.
Playcool says the founders of Rocksteady left the studio at the end of 2022 for good reason, I feel. Very much, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they felt the ship was just going too much in the wrong direction and they lost control and they just wanted to get the hell out of there because, yikes, this game is something else. Agent Coop, that Mario vs. DK game, if you're not aware, is not a new game. It's very old. That Mario vs. DK game came out in like the early to mid-2000s. It was a Game Boy Advance game. The new version has improved graphics and new levels, but it's not like a modernized game. That's a game for like hooked on puzzle gameplay. I don't think that's something that we would want to do. Honestly, like I'm not interested in it at all. Radical Jaws says, I feel like people were a bit too harsh on Gotham Knights. Well, see, here's the thing. Gotham Knights comes out, right? And you have no frame of reference besides the original Arkham Trilogy. So immediately people compare it to the Arkham Trilogy and say, oh, it's worse.
The original
So it sucks.
Arkham Trilogy
now
was
Suicide Squad's out,
goated,
all of a sudden people are
absolutely
like,
masterclass in video game.
So this is the competition we're waiting for, and it's far worse. So now all of a sudden Gotham Knights looks better, right? That's funny because a lot of times in life, all you need is a correct frame of reference and a perspective or a comparison. And now people are realizing
This
Gotham
guy's
Knights was not a
telling us
bad
about
game. It just ran
perspective.
bad. Like the gameplay elements are sound. Each character plays differently and has their own unique story and character, which is nice. There's cool side quests with the villains of Batman, like Clayface having his own plotline and stuff like that is really neat. But the game doesn't run that well. It's choppy in parts. The graphics are not so good. And I feel like simply the graphical thing was a scapegoat for people to dump on it, saying that it wasn't good. No, the game is good. Now you could tell originally they were going for more of a games as a service model, and they.
It is so bad. I can't even watch clips of
All
it.
right, ERD Apollo, apologize. Well, I apologize if I came off as harsh on the stream, but you have to understand I have to call stuff.
Hold up. We got some gold dust. Hold up. We're going back. I turned off the music for this one. Lock it in, ladies and gentlemen. He is scolding his audience again. Let's go.
Okay. All right, ERD Apollo, apologized. Well, I apologize if I came off as harsh on the stream, but you have to understand I have to call stuff out when I see it, right? When I see that kind of nonsense, because so many people spread that misinformation, I have to call it out when I see it. At least they apologized and realized their mistake. Thank you for taking the second to figure that out. I appreciate that.
Oh, fuck you, Phil, you idiot. God damn it.
Okay.
Bunch of cucks
All right,
in the chat.
let us now end the show, and everyone please head over to the React Show. If you're here watching on demand, give the React Show a look. DSP Reacts. It's youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. Also remember, I'm not here tonight for the late stream. It's a DSP throwback late stream. Heavy Rain. I'm very excited to react to Heavy Rain for the first time in 100 years. It's going to be really fun, I feel. So hope you'll
Hey, it's 420, y'all.
But in the meantime, have a good and safe day, and hopefully you all have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow here as we get readjusted for full gameplay the second half of my streaming week, all right? But today, it's time to react. Thank you all. See you later.
Oh my god. I'm gonna put a marker on that one. Look at what we're working with here. Look at this. I'm not nearly high enough for this. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, I lost it. There it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a roller coaster of emotions. 3 hours and 13 minutes into the stream. I feel like we've all learned something today, and that is, don't be like DSP. And I want to thank everybody who hung out with me today during this stream. We're not done, but I will adjourn this stream because we're going to break it up. We're going to have the live react stuff in this stream. We're going to go live a little bit later. I think I want to have something to snack on. I'm a little hungry. Take your time. Ain't a big deal. But yeah, I do think I want to have something to snack on, but that doesn't mean that the streaming day is over. Sunday is my day off. I'm not doing a goddamn thing but what I want to do, and that is hanging out with you guys and gals, especially the guys. Something that's high in fiber. I don't know. I don't even know what I want. I think I want more omelets. Or millionaire chicken. Yeah, we have options. So I think that's what we're going to do. But I need your guys' buy-in. I want to know if you guys will stick around for another stream later on today, where we will actually play Tekken and Diablo. I want to actually do some casual matches with the boneless one. If you're up to it. Millionaire Chicken is my nickname for DSP. We're not going to ruin Millionaire Chicken. It's delicious. So down. Excellent. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to adjourn for this stream. We're going to grab something to snack on, and then we will come back. Boneless and I will hang around. I'm chilling, working on art. Got nothing else happening. I love it. Always do appreciate your guys and gals company. Final round. Hanging out with me and us across YouTube and Twitch, and to everybody that's been watching live or on the replay, thank you. Leave a comment on the YouTube side of things. Maybe subscribe to the channel, and if I haven't earned your subscription, let me know in the comments what I could do in order to get your sub. I'm trying to get that channel to partner so I can say that I am live streaming my feet on camera on 2 platforms for money. With all that being said, let's go ahead and see who we're going to raid. I have a feeling I know exactly who it's going to be. Pat Anthony. He's doing a little retro stream. I think he's playing wrestling. Be sure to show him the same love and support that you've been showing me. Thank you all so much for hanging out and suffering this fool together here with me today. Stay tuned. We will be back later on today. Until then, take care. Be safe. Peace.